Oh, you might want to triple clench your butt cheeks tonight because they are talking about Project Blue Balls, also known on the internet as Project Blue Beam. Needless to say, you're gonna get some tonight. Big pose on that one, but don't smash like, don't subscribe because you really don't have to. Roll it!
In my last video, I had spoken about how news reported, and coming directly from the news, that 4 moons were seen above Russia's night sky. They said it was a moon dog, and I said that's interesting because a moon dog typically looks like this.
Yeah.
Flash forward a week later, and we have a couple more odd sky sightings, one involving the moon and another involving the sun. This video comes from Morgana Was Here.
So I am quite literally outside, and
Yeah, be
again,
outside.
this is now 2 days later, and it's happening again.
Again.
And there we go.
Okay, I guess it's safe to say that's not a lens flare because that's what I was looking at, right? So I wanted to see like if she moves the camera, will we see it like move alongside it? I guess safe to say that's not a lens flare.
No, it does it again.
Whoa! Yeah, I have a feeling that that's actually the moon and this is something else. Perhaps these are the aliens! The orbs, perhaps?
And we also have another news report, this time coming from Times Now, that 4 suns were seen in the skies above Alaska.
Damn, that's looking like doomsday, bro.
Touch them. Never seen the sky do this. Feels wrong and beautiful at the same time.
It's like the world just doubled down on the sun.
Yeah, they just duplicated.
So then, what was the explanation? Well, they gave the same exact explanation that they gave the 4 moons seen in Russia. They said what these people witnessed in Alaska was a complex sundog. Looking up photos of a complex sundog, I'm presented photos like this and nothing like that. So then, what's going on here? I mean, I really don't know, but...
We demand answers! We demand answers!
One theory that I really do like that I've been seeing a lot lately is that what these people are seeing are actually holograms. Which would make a lot of sense given the fact that not everybody is seeing this and they may be testing holograms in certain locations. And it also makes a lot of sense when you remember that they have a lunar and solar simulator patented. What makes the hologram theory even stronger is that this happened once before back in 2021 in Dubai. People all over Dubai saw 2 moons in the sky.
Holy
the
hell.
UAE government, they did not say it was a moon dog like we're hearing over here. They said it was actually them using advanced projection technology for some kind of Mars publicity stunt. So,
Also known as Project Blue Balls, they are trying to fake an alien invasion like that whistleblower once talked about and told us decades ago. I mean, that's the one of the conspiracy, but I mean, listen, man, that is crazy stuff, right? That we're able to do it. When I say we, I mean like the governments, right? Us as in humans. That it's actually batshit crazy when you think about it, because one of the core pillar of Project Blue Balls or Blue Beam is holograms, right? To project like fake stuff in the skies, to deceive the public, to make them believe something is coming, believe that there is a threat from outer space and all that. And yeah, so yeah, it's insane, man.
unless it was an actual weird phenomenon these people witnessed and
Perhaps.
the UAE government is just trying to cover it up, that begs the question, if they can do it, why can't other governments around the world do it? And maybe test runs for more nefarious purposes, think Project BB. This was also witnessed by
Okay, so he's not even calling it Blue Balls or Blue Beam, he's like Project BB, okay.
people over in Saudi Arabia in January, think Project BB. This was also witnessed by people over in Saudi Arabia in January, and again, the same excuse, it was just a sundog. And once again, over in Russia in January, residents saw 2 suns, and these look like 2 suns that are just completely shining.
Whoa.
So yeah,
yeah, like on the opposite side, not even like close together. Yeah, that's nuts actually to think about it. I do remember like a couple of years ago, this is kind of like before the big Rona, the ticks that people took for, yeah, like we were hearing that China was gonna deploy like a second moon. They're also building like a fake sun, you know, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. I heard that crap, never really followed up with it till today, I guess. We're hearing stuff that actually brought that memory back. So the stuff that we're hearing, that brought this memory back though.
I just think the best theory, and one that I do agree with, is that these people are seeing holograms being tested. But outside of the sun and the moon, people are also seeing other strange things in the skies. Like for example, over in Trinidad, people saw this.
Whoa. Yeah. Chico, tranquilo. Yeah, something falling. Uh-oh. Mama cada policía. Meteor or can be a meteor, right?
News and media tried saying it was a meteor, but that's kind of slow for any meteor I've ever seen before. Somebody else took an alternate angle of it.
So we got an alternate angle. 6:25 a.m. South Trinidad. Yeah. Nah, that's actually very slow, especially on this side. The other one was okay, fairly, I would say decent. Yeah, still, you can argue, we can argue, right? I mean, I don't want to argue with you guys, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not why we're here, but we can argue. If you want, we can argue, okay? We can argue.
The video keeps going for
but on this one, yeah, no, it's quite slow, though.
quite some time, and I don't think they even captured the object hitting the ground, whatever
we need to give it, like, a speeding ticket for driving way too slow, you know?
Was. But yeah, they said it was just a meteor. Meteors and moondogs. But moving on, in this next video, a streamer was videotaping in Antarctica, and this happened.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, I don't know the full thing about it, but I heard a little bit about this one. So apparently this gentleman is live streaming, recording in Antarctica. And yeah, like, where are the icebergs? Where are the icebergs at? Yeah, he's recording that Mr. Penguin in tuxedo. Yo, where's your tuxedo at, homie? Yeah, normally it feels like that penguins are just like, they always have like tuxedos, right?
Okay, cool. It's not such devices. They are not anything that is related to the internet connection. Cybersecurity is completely forbidden.
Really? So no one's allowed to have a Starlink?
Nope, not even a piece of paper.
Really? On land?
Really?
No.
Is that for like all? I'm just asking questions. I'm not arguing with you. For all of Antarctica?
Yeah.
Okay.
For all, it's available for all ships. It's not only this ship, all the ships around, and especially this one. We have cybersecurity. We have ports to follow. Unfortunately.
So he was recording those cute little penguins, right, in Antarctica, and yeah, apparently he got hit, and they are saying that you're not allowed to record it. It's for cybersecurity. I mean, we're talking about Antarctica. Antarctica isn't owned by any country, or I should say, it's kind of like owned by everybody. It's not owned by anybody, but it's owned by everybody, because a lot of countries kind of like have treaties, or I don't know what the hell you call it, but you know what I mean, right? Like everybody got like a little piece of the land, and nobody owns it entirely, but everybody's in on it. Yeah, it looks like they're hiding something, right? Yeah, the Hollow Earth, Agartha, Atlantis, you know, the holes and all that, UFOs and all that, aliens. Yeah, there's just so many conspiracies, plus the pyramids and all that. Yeah.
Right, bring it on land.
Yeah.
And that's for every ship in Antarctica?
Yeah, for everybody.
Okay.
But our procedures, they are very strict, and such devices, they are not allowed, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Thank you for informing us. I apologize if there was any issue. I just I didn't see any problem with it, like, online when I was researching and stuff, but you're the captain.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry for taking you away from your station. I apologize.
Yep. Whenever in doubt, apologize.
Hello.
Looking for me or?
Not really. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're pressing him bad.
I just want to tell you that it's not nice that we stream us online. So just for your information, we have no own internet access from now for the rest of the cruise.
Okay, can I turn?
Wow! Just because one guy actually was live streaming, they shut the internet down for all the people that were on the ship. That's batshit crazy! That is insane!
Off my stream then? Because I need like 2 minutes to like turn off my server.
No, your internet is gone.
I can't.
Whoa. That's batshit crazy. Your
What
internet is
in the
gone.
world is going
Bro said he needs 2 minutes. Yeah, like maybe he needed to check something right last minute. Absolutely, it happens. Like, give a brother 2 minutes. He ain't asking for 20 years, he's asking for 2 minutes.
on over in Antarctica, to the point that you can't stream, you can't videotape without permission, without strict authorization. When we see people videotaping Antarctica, they need strict permission, and this guy thought he could stream without anybody's permission, and well, you saw what happened. What is there they don't want exposed? There has to be something there that they don't want the public to see, because if we do, I guess it would put the world.
Yeah, and we have all heard the conspiracies, right? Like pyramids there, right? Pyramids there, hollow earth, there are underground facilities there, UFOs, aliens, and all that. Recently, we also had like those conspiracies regarding like UFO in Greenland. We also had, you know, a lot of whistleblowers, including Ross Coulthard, hinting at the fact that there was a UFO that crashed in South Korea. He never said South Korea, but that's what people are finding out. And I covered that. I made a dedicated video on it. South Korea, and it was so big they couldn't move it, so therefore they had to make like a, you know, like a military complex around it. So they made kind of like their headquarters there because it was so big. I mean, these are the allegations, or not necessarily the allegations, but these are the rumors rather, right? And Antarctica has always been very, very interesting, but it sounds like they're turning this into like North Korea kind of situation. Real quick though, before I show you the next clip, I need to shout out the homie Brooks for becoming a brand new member, along with the homie Drop, Daniel, Teresa, the homie Smith, yo, Millard. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel, and I gotta also shout out the homie Josh Bona for the super thanks, Davey K, and all of you guys out there, the homie Jose as well. Shout out to you guys for the super thanks, for liking the video, subscribing, members and all that. Helps out the channel tremendously. I 10-10 over and out. Let's get back to the content here, baby cakes. Roll it.
World on its head. All these countries that we think are enemies on the TV screen anyway, all agree with one thing: Antarctica. But moving on, in this next creepy video, this individual recorded whatever kind of snow this happens to be.
So, does somebody want to tell me what kind of snow melts like this?
Yeah, like spider webs. Chemicals, right? They are spraying chemicals!
It's like rubbery.
Yeah, I never had anything like that here.
It's crazy. Look at the film on top of the ice. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, even the snow got fat and skin.
Tell me what kind of snow melts like that.
Yeah, definitely suspect. Yeah, I'm in Montreal. Let me know where you guys at. We had snow in the past weeks, days, right? And there was only once where I noticed like a little bit strangeness with the snow. Nowhere near like this, but a little strange. Like it was.
Look at this.
Like grains of sand, you know what I mean? That's how it felt like to me. But maybe that's normal.
Y'all let me know what you think.
Yeah, chemicals.
Some people are calling that snow mold or snow fungus. Look, I've been on this planet for 39 years, never heard of anything called snow fungus before, but to be fair, I haven't heard of something called snow fleas either. Maybe I'm just in a different reality where snow mold is normal, but I know one thing: I wouldn't have touched that with my bare hands.
Moving on! Check this one out, roll it!
Campers in Ottawa National Forest experienced a chilling encounter when they noticed strange movements in the shadows.
Bigfoot Testimony, that's a YouTube name. Looks like we got a big twat right there, big chungus. Oi! Bah! Yeah, looks like he's busy searching for something.
A mysterious figure can be seen moving quietly among the trees. At the time, the campers assumed it was probably just an animal, as they couldn't see the creature clearly. However, when they reviewed the footage, they were shocked to realize it might have been something else entirely.
I guess I have yet to hear, I have yet to hear like a case of Bigfoot actually hurting somebody, right?
Reddit user WhenAwaken420 recently shared these unsettling images captured in his cabin in the woods.
Stalker shadow.
A shadowy black figure can be seen lurking near his home. This eerie presence has caused him ongoing fear. He mentioned that whatever this is, it has been outside his cabin for a while.
Yeah, you see kind of like the head silhouette, but that's about it.
A man was recording a river in Pinyon Canyon when he heard strange noises from trees above. Intrigued, he turned his camera to investigate and spotted this.
It sounded like a black creature. Whoa! Right there. Oh! Yeah, right there.
a large creature moving behind the trees. The creature walked with a human-like gait, but its size indicated it was not an ordinary human. As he continued filming, the creature's features became clearer. The man hesitated to share the footage for fear of being called crazy. Eventually, he uploaded it to YouTube, receiving mixed reactions.
Yeah, nobody want to be called loco though, I get it, but mixed reaction. I mean, yeah, but it seems like somebody's there.
The authenticity of the footage has sparked debate among viewers, leaving them to wonder whether it was a trick, a known animal, or Bigfoot.
I guess we'll never know.
A man was camping deep in the woods when he came across an old camper and caught this on camera.
This can't be real. Pale head. Okay, that's the title. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. What?
Someone or something moving on camera.
Wow! Yo! That looks like one of those gray twats, like gray aliens, yo. That looks like the eye, that's the head, that's probably the body, the arm. Why can't we have like one like really like clear video? If you saw the last video that we've done, midway through when we start covering like these sort of videos, right, there was also a humanoid gray alien like creature that was caught. That was more clearer than this one because we saw the head and all that, and it looked like a gray alien actually. It was in broad daylight, but we only saw the head because it was like peeking through the trees, and we didn't see the full body. It's almost as though they're just playing hide and seek.
Someone or something moving on camera. The sight frightened him so much that he ran away immediately. After reviewing the footage, it's difficult to tell what it was because its shape and movements were so faint.
Yeah, hard to say. Could be like just a normal earthling or earth twat, or it could be like an alien twat. Hard to say, but
what
cheeky
if
bugger.
You found a GoPro in the woods with no owner around? Some campers discovered a GoPro left behind and decided to check the footage.
Yeah,
They played back the last moments and were shocked to see this.
Yeah, whenever you find a camera, like, the first thing you would do is, like, check the recording, and if you find it in a place like that, it's gonna be eerie, because you're curious, but you're also like, what if there's some bad recorded in it? So this is the recording? Oh, crap. What the hell? Whoa, what was that? What was that? Oh, looks like a person with a mask on. Yeah, still not a good thing. Because you don't know the motive. Yeah, time to peace out, bro.
A weird figure was watching them. As soon as the riders noticed a strange being, the video cut off. Despite their efforts, the explorers couldn't identify the riders in the footage. Some speculate they might have been tourists, but if they had such a terrifying experience, they would likely have spoken up.
Yeah.
This has led to chilling thoughts. Could this be the last recorded moments of those riders?
Holy crap, yeah, you never know, right? Or perhaps the camera fell.
A group of men is camping in the jungle when their trip takes a surprising turn.
Gorilla. Oh, Monka S. We got cute little monkey. Damn, that monkey got BBL though. Yeah, monkey's kicked up though. Oh my god, yeah, that monkey kicked. Whoa! He was dragging him?
A gorilla appears from the thick brush and approaches them. The gorilla grabs one of the men by the foot and drags him for a short distance before releasing him.
Yeah.
This behavior...
He was like, hey, come on, get your ass over here. He was just like, yeah, let me just, play with that guy. I mean, big pulls on that one, but, yeah, bro, like, what was that, man? Damn.
Is unusual because gorillas usually avoid humans.
Yeah, what was that?
Although the encounter was terrifying, it highlights the need to respect wildlife and their space in their natural habitats. Thankfully, the man was not harmed, and the situation did not get worse.
Yeah, he's shocked, bro. Yeah, absolutely. So he gave him like a nice little scratchy, I guess.
This footage, captured by a camper's helmet camera, shows a ride through the Canadian forest on his quad bike, when suddenly he encounters this.
Canada. Right, black figure it said. Bro, ATV. We're using the ATV.
A large black creature resting right next to the track. Initially, the camera thought it was just a shadow, but a second glance revealed it was most likely a bear. Fortunately, the bear does not seem interested in chasing him and stays calmly seated.
Yeah, very
The
hard
Cobb
to
estate
make out.
has served as a retirement home for Freemasons, a retreat for Catholic nuns, and a real estate investment for the host's brother. There are rumors about satanic rituals and white supremacist activities. These guys plan to explore the abandoned mansion and hike through the surrounding forest, aiming to confirm or debunk these rumors.
Uh-oh.
During their investigation, they come across this.
Yeah. Hey.
Stay back! Did they not notice, or? That's...
Bro, what? I don't even...
Okay.
But, oh... Is this to do with, like, black magic? Oh, shit! Yeah, any of you familiar with the sign? Because I've seen the sign, but I never really, like, bother looking into it. And I've seen, like, in movies, I've seen, like, a sign like that. But more often than not, whenever there's a symbol like that, it's to do with the black magic. But that's something that I've seen in movies. Never really Googled or bothered to look into it. But if you know, put it in the comments.
Walking through, we see a group standing around in a circle. Two of them laughing for no reason. We start walking, we see one pop up behind a bush, just standing there straight staring at us. Then the group, all in a circle, starts looking at us while we walk by them, and then they start following us as we walk by them. So we all got our shit out right now.
Yeah.
After this eerie encounter, they continue to hear strange sounds and feel like they're being followed.
Right. Oh, they're playing the tam-tam. Kinda lit. Back!
Is that them?
Oi!
Yeah.
Alright. They're coming up on them, come on.
I'm not sticking around.
The tree moved. The tree moved?
I feel like there's
Nah,
around.
somebody was there that moved their tree, homie. I feel like the... Whoa! Yeah, it's time to peace out, guys.
Get him. You just say get him? Nigga, run!
Yeah. Run! Yo, bro dropped the N-word and he's like, yo, N-word, run! Get him!
They fled in fear and took a moment to recap the night before heading home.
And you might want to just stop rolling those fat doobies because they're officially talking about disclosing the alien files, the UFO files. And apparently we also got a representative, Eric Burleson, talking about a UFO crash retrieval. A couple of days ago we covered that crash UFO in South Korea. Apparently there's another one that happened in the recent timeline in United States of America. So we're gonna start off with that because I thought that was really interesting. And then you got Obama saying aliens are real. Now President Trump talking about it. The daughter-in-law of Trump talking about it. Trump himself actually said what he said. We're gonna get to all of it. Caroline Leviathan. And what if this video and this image that you're seeing right now, what if this was not fake? I mean, we thought it was fake, right? Perhaps it was not. Because, Area 51 scientist disappears after revealing the aliens are real. This happened like ages ago. So we're gonna revisit that too, and there's just tons of clips to go over. Needless to say, you're gonna get some tonight. Big pause on that one, but roll it!
Reportedly an object that is not in this country, that is so large it cannot be moved. That they built an entire building around it. And that's one of the locations that I'm requesting to get to. It's gonna evolve a lot to make that happen, but that may be the final destination.
Ooh.
So that is the claim, and it was made by a Republican member of Congress, that there is reportedly this object in another country that's so big it can't be moved, and a massive structure has been built around it to hide its location, but several questions remain. What is this? When did it get here, and why is it being kept a secret? Our next guests are both trying to get those answers. Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson, who sits on the Congressional Oversight Committee investigating UAPs, and is trying...
There we go. We got Dr. Stephen Greer pulling up too. Whenever in doubt, just whip it out. Big pose, but...
Trying to get permission to visit this alleged site is with us alongside the founder of the Disclosure Project, Dr. Stephen Greer. It's great to have you both here. Congressman, what do we know about what this thing really is?
I don't know that I have any hard evidence of what it really is. I've had allegations from both inside and outside of the federal government that there is this object that exists in another country. I'm not going to mention the country because I've heard of it inside of a closed setting, and
spoiler alert, everybody is assuming it's South Korea. That apparently, and I covered that in a video recently, right? So these are just assumptions though, so don't take it for real. It's really is like, man, come on, man, just tell us where it crash landed and all that, but they're not able to say that for one reason or the other. I guess they're gonna get into that, but he's talking about South Korea, 99% on it.
And I want to protect my classification level, but others may say that. I can tell you that it's not in the facility that's been widely reported in the news.
Maybe not South Korea then.
But I have been receiving reports both inside and outside of people that have worked in the federal government that there is the potential that this exists.
Okay. Dr. Greer, you have said publicly that this is outside Seoul, South Korea. Is that accurate?
One of them. Now, remember, I have debriefed almost 800 whistleblowers who've had direct involvement with this. One of them was with the Pentagon for about 8 years as a very senior investigator and had baseline clearance across 18 black project, unacknowledged special access projects. He specifically knew of the one in the mountains outside Seoul, South Korea. It was so huge, they had to build a structure around it.
Dang.
And he was read into this in between 2002 and 2010.
Okay.
So it had been there for some time. Now, I also know there are others that have been brought down in other locations. And if they're over a certain size, they're very, very hard to move. Imagine if they're bigger than a football field.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put that on a semi. So it becomes logistically impossible to move it. And then in the United States, we know where there are some others, such as near Fort Sill, Oklahoma. There's a smaller one.
Oklahoma where? Okay, let me get the captions in so we get the...
And in the United States, we know where there are some others, such as near Fort Sill, Oklahoma. There's a smaller...
Okay, I don't know where that is, but if you're in Oklahoma or you're in the States, you probably know where he's talking about. But that's crazy. Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer, not holding back, ladies and gentlemen. While everybody was holding back, he's like, here you go, just outside of Seoul, South Korea. Right, and that's what we heard, right? People saying that it was so massive, and you know, the experts went crazy, the Reddit detectives, the internet detectives, they have found, and we even had like the video, let me see if I can find it. I actually showed that in one of the previous video, but while we're on topic at hand, let me show you.
One, they built a SCIF, a facility around that one. We have its location. So I know that the congressman can speak, you know, to what he's limited, but because I'm a private citizen, I can discuss these.
Congressman, are you referring to the location in South Korea?
Let's see.
I can't be specific to that location, but there are wide reports. What I can say is that I've seen articles that have pointed to a specific building, and from what I've been told, that is not the facility.
Wait, can you explain why we can't? You're trying to get permission.
So they're talking about like multiple different crash retrieval objects. That is insane. Okay, so let me just show you this. This is a video. Now, don't take it.
Some of that shit.
Now, even Ross Coulthard was talking about it, right? Now, don't take it for real. For real, though, this is what we think it is, but... Yeah, no, it's insane. So it is being said that this is a spaceship, like it crashed there, and then they made the facility around it. Yeah, and you're seeing the round shape, but obviously, like they made the facility on top of it. Is what they're saying. Like this is where it crash landed. They could not move it. Makes sense though, and especially if it's like that big, you're not gonna move it. Because if you try to move something that big, the public's gonna find out. Like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, what's that? Aliens! Mama, aliens! Call the policia! Call this, that, the other. People would go batshit crazy. So, yeah, it is alleged. It's alleged that this is where it crash landed. Insane if real, right? And obviously we've heard Roswell crash back in the 47. That's probably is the most believable case and one of the biggest case, right, about UFOs and all that. But let's actually get back to it.
mission, I assume, from our government and another government or somebody with another country to go visit whatever this thing is. Maybe it's a spaceship, maybe it's nothing. Why can't we talk about where it is? I don't get that.
Again, because of the information was gathered inside a classified setting on my behalf, what I can tell you is I have been trying to get access to even locations that reportedly have craft that are being reverse engineered, that are even close to Washington, D.C. And I'm having a difficult time getting access to even those facilities that are just within a few miles from my office in Washington, D.C. So to try to attempt to go to another country and get permission at that level is going to be somewhat insurmountable. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue to try.
Yeah,
it seems like the White House is, at least on some level, behind disclosure. We'll see where it goes.
And this happened, wait for it, right? There's tons of other stuff that I want to share with you. So this happened like 3 days ago. And 3 days later, bam! You know, we're hearing, and you know, you probably heard this saying, or not saying, but a rumor. There was a UK filmmaker, right? Director. He came out just a couple of weeks ago saying that Donald Trump, President of the United States, is getting ready to drop a UFO disclosure speech on July the 8th. Oh, shit. That's the date. And I covered that, not necessarily by like making a dedicated video, because I quite literally did not believe in that. I believe eventually we'll have the disclosure, but to say that on July 8th, I mean, whenever you give a hard date, it doesn't turn out to be legit. You know what I mean, right? But now everything that's happening and everything that you're about to see, yeah, that makes me believe. I don't know if this will make you believe or not, but that makes me believe, especially what just happened today, makes me believe that yup, disclosure is happening. Maybe not on July the 8th, maybe before, maybe later. But one thing is for certain, it is happening, fellas. And before I show you the next clip quickly, though, gotta take a second to shout out the homie Oneness for becoming a brand new member on the channel, along with the homie Brian, Timothy, Brooks, Drop, Daniel. Also, shout out to the homie Jose for the 2 and the homie Greg for the 75. Thank you guys so much for your insane generosity, man. You guys gotta do none of it, man. But those of you that choose to, thank you guys so much for all the love, man. The homie Ben and the homie Jody as well. Appreciate all the love, guys. Your support is tremendous, helps the channel out tremendously. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo, check this.
Throughout the next 3 years. Why is there so much resistance to your request, Congress? See where it goes throughout the next 3 years. Why is there so much resistance to your request, Congressman?
A lot of it is turf. You have all of the different agencies that protect their information, and it's guarded like it's some kind of commodity. You have committees that protect their turf as well. So if you're not on the right committee, then oftentimes you're turned down, and sometimes there's multiple committees that have jurisdiction over a topic, and they love turning each other down. So the very nature and the difficulty of the red tape system within the bureaucracy of Congress is something that's very difficult to navigate.
Dr. Greer, why can't this thing be moved? We can move mountains as a society. Why can't we?
Yeah, apparently we made the pyramids, right? Yeah, we made the pyramids, right? Those 110 blocks, right, that we were able to move. Why can't we move this thing? Let's find out.
Move this thing.
It was my understanding it was way too large to move. And remember,
how large? Can you just any idea how large?
Hundreds of feet, and some of them have been in the thousands of feet across.
And are we talking about a spaceship?
Yes, definitely. In this case, the one I'm referring to, and there's some others. And the other problem is you can't just chop them up, because I know people who have been on crash retrieval teams with an acetylene torch, a high-powered laser, a diamond tip saw. You cannot cut through that material. It is so specialized and it's so hard.
How long has it been here, Dr. Greer? Sorry to cut you off. How long has it been here? Do we have any idea?
He didn't know that, this particular whistleblower, so I don't know it. He indicated it had been there for quite some time.
Okay. Congressman, if you are able to visit this spaceship, what do you do with that information when you get back?
Well, look, if I
spill the beans, please spill the beans.
Come under any hard evidence, whether it's physical or video evidence that is absolutely definitive, while I'm going to do what I can to protect our national security and our nation's interest, I will not hold.
We love you for it, but please don't hold back
on telling the American people that we are alone or not alone in this universe.
Okay.
That is something that no government has the right to withhold from its people.
I think a lot of people agree with that. And then this weekend, Barack Obama, out of nowhere, said this. Take a look.
Yeah, which we saw.
Are aliens real?
And this is gonna transition us to what the hell just happened right after. Coming up, guys, you're gonna get some tonight. Don't worry, man, I won't leave you hanging, man. Come on, man, you're gonna get some. I got you.
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it? Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy,
right?
And they hid it from the President of the United States.
Dr. Greer, did you believe him?
Well, this is the briefing document that was given to him in 2009. It was actually given to John Podesta, who was his senior advisor at the time, and then later ran Hillary's campaign. And
that we are, so this is like one of those documents that presidents get as soon as they become president, right? Okay, let's read it out, because they ain't gonna, okay, so it says that, and I quote, that we are not alone in the universe is now a scientific given, that we have been visited already by advanced civilizations, plural, whose interests here are likely ancient, is controversial. Okay, what kind of controversial? However, in my discussions with European, Vatican, Canadian, and other leaders around the world, a growing consensus exists that we have been visited, and the time for disclosing this information is long past due. Okay, now interesting.
It had great detail in it. Now, how much of it got to him directly? I never met with Mr. Obama directly. He did indicate that he knew there was something there, but he was never read into it. Meaning, this is what I discovered when I briefed the first president, CI director I briefed, which was Bill Clinton in 1993. They were desperate to find information on this, and they were blocked. I think the public and the media need to acknowledge that there are some criminal elements to the secrecy that's gone on for at least since the late 1950s. And so I think Mr. Obama never was fully read into it. And that's why he says, I didn't see anything.
Right.
But was he given information? Yes.
Okay. Dr. Stephen Greer, Congressman Eric Burlison, appreciate you being with us. Congressman.
Yeah, I guess president, that's the thing, right? A lot of people are now also, let me actually show you this, okay? So a lot of people are also bringing this up. Why now? A lot of people do believe that we're not alone. A lot of people believe that we're alone. A lot of people also believe that these might just be angels and demons. And maybe that's what it is, perhaps. But as somebody who believes in God, you don't have to if you don't, but for me, right, like I believe in God, and like mathematically speaking, the universe is so big, so many planets, so many galaxies, billions in fact, so mathematically speaking, it's just impossible for us to be alone. I do believe that the devil is real. I believe that angels are probably real too, right? And if they are, and if we're real, and if you are able to watch this video and you're real, I'm real, and all of us are here, 8 billion of us currently, probably gonna grow, right? Because we ain't stopping anytime soon, unless they drop a vitamin N on us, but yeah, so 8 billion of us. So many different species here, right? Like animals, this, that, the other, and this is just one planet. Do you really think God is that small and he cannot create like other beings, other intelligent life if he can create us? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like so I believe that we're not alone, right? So there is that. But now, Obama coming out, he says that, but then Trump is like, he leaked classified information. He shouldn't have been doing that. And then Trump drops this. Based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies and begin the process of identifying and release government files relating, okay, so might be propaganda though, might be false, okay, or might be a nothing burger, relating to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP and unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. That's what he said. This is massive, guys. This is massive, and a lot of people are also memeing this thing by saying that, yeah, it's because of the EP files, and make no mistake, probably why. Maybe that's the reason why it's coming up. You never know, right? Because the EP files, massive, okay? Like everybody's name is on it, right? It's insane. It is batshit crazy. Prince Andrew got arrested too, so insane times we're living in. They're talking about WW3 openly, and all of this. It's just nuts. I I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you could say that we would have been having times like these, like 20 years ago, 50 years ago, people wouldn't have believed you, right? Like, in fact, people would call you loco if you believed in aliens 50 years ago, 20, even I would say like 30 years ago, all right? Now it's popular. It's kind of good to talk about it, right? So maybe we'll get the legit answer, but I guess best case scenario, they're gonna come out and say, yep, we're not alone and we have been visited and we're learning about it, and we'll reveal more in the future. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they're gonna say, yeah, no, we're alone in the universe, or whatever. I don't know what they're gonna say, right? And it will be interesting. Now let's actually get to this timeline, okay? This is President's daughter-in-law saying this. This is massive. So this happened a couple of days ago, right? Wait for it. Roll it.
Do you think that he's about to make an announcement about UFOs? Because President Obama was just on a podcast talking about how he believes in UFOs and hinting that he saw something when he was president.
Well, I said this in my podcast too. What's funny is we've kind of asked my father-in-law about this because we're like, well, what do you know? Because Miranda, we all want to know about the UFOs, right? We all want to know what's going on. And he played a little coy with us. And so that, of course, led us to believe, Eric and I were like, oh my gosh, if he won't even like fully tell us, maybe there's more to it. And then I have just heard kind of around that, I think he's actually said, I think my father-in-law's actually said it, that there is some speech that he has that I guess at the right time, and I don't know when the right time is, he's gonna break out and talk.
Yeah, so that's what we heard, right? And we saw Obama saying aliens are real, and then Uncle Donnie, President Trump, right? You're not supposed to do that. And people are memeing and saying that, well, Obama just stole the spotlight, the limelight. Obama is now the first disclosure president, and Trump wanted to be the first disclosure president, but looks like Obama got the whiff off it, and he's like, nah, sorry, Uncle Donnie, I'm gonna be the first one. So
talk about, and it has to do with maybe some sort of extraterrestrial life, so to speak.
Yep, that is President's daughter-in-law. Now let's see. So after Obama said that, this is what Trump said. Roll it.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know, information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
I mean, that... in other words, that confirms it, because what Obama said was aliens are real. And apparently, according to Trump, that is classified information and he's not supposed to give that. Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily need the government to confirm, but you need the government to confirm, I guess.
He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it.
She's just smiling in the back, bro.
A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know.
I may get Obama out of trouble by declassifying, and then right after, this is the post Trump made, which I just read you guys. Guys, insane timeline. And yeah, let me just play this quickly here. So the sound might be copyrighted there, but
this, now notice also, this is the body.
Okay, so this is the body of that alien. Yeah, sorry guys, if I play the video, we'll get copyrighted because of the background music. So yeah, so apparently this guy claimed to be the Area 51 scientist. I guess some believed this, some didn't. And he was apparently, he's considered to be one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first, but I would say one of the first, I believe, one of the first to reveal that image of that alien. The feet, the alien toes right there. Insane, right? What if this was actually real, bro? What if this is how they look like? Or at least one of the species. We did not believe in it, I guess then, but now everything that's coming out, it's kind of batshit crazy. Another factor is, another thing to consider here is Obama said, he's not, he never heard about like underground facilities at Area 51, and the aliens are not at Area 51 unless there's a massive conspiracy, so he keeps that open. He has that open loophole, right? Because it might be real. and he doesn't know, which is very, very possible, as you heard from Dr. Stephen Greer, that he might have not been read into it because the president is a temporary employee. And you also got to factor in Bob Lazar. He's considered, appreciate you subscribe and welcome on, and appreciate it, brother. Yeah, and but Bob Lazar is considered to be one of the best whistleblowers of all time, one of the most trustworthy, right? A lot of people believe in him, that he's like legit. He claimed to have worked at S4, at Area 51. He also claimed that at one point when he walked outside, he saw 9 UFOs in the hangars lined up, like tack, 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 lined up, and you could have seen all of them if you were standing at one specific location. He also has claimed to go inside at least one of the UFOs, and said that when he went inside, it was a very ominous feeling, and everything looked the same, right? No wires, nothing like that. So they were trying to learn and figure it out. There were different compartments, and everybody had like a, you know, one mate, you know, just a group of 2, and they were not allowed to speak with another group, okay? And there were commies as well there. They kicked them out, right? Because apparently they found out something about the aliens and the UFOs, and they didn't want the commies finding out, so they kick them out. We heard that on the Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah, so there were compartments, right? And Bob Lazar also claimed that he was read into this Zeta Reticuli star system, that one of their species comes from that star system. So there were a whole lot of this and that that came out from Bob Lazar, which was very, very interesting, and people believed in him, and people believe in him. So basically the point is, and then we had whistleblowers afterward coming out saying that, yep, Area 51 got too big, too quick. People heard about it, everybody knows or think they know about aliens being there, so they had to move them out to another location. So aliens and UFOs are no longer at Area 51. That's what we heard a couple of years ago, because it got too big, too quick. Everybody found out. So perhaps it is true that they're no longer there, but they used to be at one point, if you want to believe Bob Lazar's story. So that happened, but now moving on, check this out, roll it.
Where Trump said, in just the span of only days, we had those on the left and the right going on podcasts talking about the existence of quote-unquote aliens. Yep. I have been doing this for a long time, well before I had even gone onto YouTube. Even going back to when I can remember 03, 04, I was out there in the streets talking to people, trying to tell people pretty much what I'm talking about today, because there's really nothing new under the sun. Yep. The reason why I didn't make videos back then was because I have a lisp, I have a Jersey accent, so I was pronouncing words weird. So that was like the perfect storm of sounding bad on camera, but now I don't care.
Yeah, for me, the way I got into UFOs and all that was, you know, the question that everybody have, are we alone in the universe or not? And I was making like gaming videos at the time. I still do now here and there, but it's very much like limited because gaming is no longer the same for me, right? It's not that good. I'm still waiting for GTA 6, so we're gonna get back to it. But I know a lot of you guys are here for the UFO content. You don't care about gaming, don't worry, we're still gonna do UFO content. But the way I got into it, questioning, and secondly, Secure Team 10, bro, like he used to make UFO videos daily, on a daily basis back in the days, and he was probably the biggest channel at that time that was covering UFO content. And yeah, it was very, very interesting, so I got into that because of Secure Team. I was making gaming videos on my channel though, but I was watching his content on UFOs and digging up and researching stuff on my own too, so.
But the reason why I bring that up happens to be because talking to people, even back then, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, there are quite a few people out there that believe that the government, they are the ones behind this alien agenda, and what we are led to believe are aliens are something a whole lot more. Flash forward to today.
There is that aspect to it as well. For example, the TR-3B, the Black Manta. Apparently that's the reverse engineered UFO craft. Apparently aliens are real, UFOs are real, but that craft that you see most of the time is basically us, the US military, controlling it, either by being inside it or controlling it like a drone. I guess one day we'll know.
And we're seeing it play out in real time. And I still have people leaving me comments saying, well, how can you not believe in aliens? Out of all these planets out there, out of all these different stars, something else has to exist. And I can get...
I mean, everybody got their beliefs, bro. You know, I believe that we're not alone, but maybe you do believe that we're alone, right? Yeah, and people believe that it might be angels or demons. And, you know, everybody got their faith. Everybody got their faith. Simple as that. So let's find out.
Get into the biblical stars, something else has to exist, and I can get into the biblical aspect of it. these same people will just roll their eyes. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want to talk about the biblical aspect of it, well, just look at the timing. We have this clear ramp up of talks about UFOs and aliens, not just from the media, which is still owned and operated by the three-letter organization, but also from the government as well, just right before their 2030 One World United Nations agenda, where the World Economic Forum and the United Nations are coming together to have all these countries to follow one rule, one law. We have Larry the Lizard.
The laser gang, the laser people. Plus the Project Blue Balls, Project Bluebeam. You gotta factor in that too. I do believe aliens are real, but are we gonna get like the real alien disclosure? For that one, I guess, guys, we have to wait and see.
Together to have all these countries to follow one rule, one law. We have Larry the Lizard King Fink, the current leader of the World Economic Forum, constantly talking about the tokenization of all assets. Well, what did we hear just a few weeks ago? And this is coming from the United Kingdom, not the United States, that once Trump gives a speech and he goes ahead and reveals aliens, that it's going to
UAP disclosure is likely to induce ontological shock. Okay, what does that okay, good word. I mean, new word to me. Shock and provoke psychological responses with material consequences, she said. Remember, fellas, the dildo of consequences never comes with lube.
Going to go ahead and crash the economy, that the bank and reveals aliens, it's going to go ahead and crash the economy, that the banks have to prepare. Flash forward.
Yeah, we heard that, right? And he's referring to the Bank of England coming out, and I made a video on it too, and I saw a lot of you guys' responses, and a lot of you guys were also like, hey, how is it gonna crash the economy? Some of you believe it's gonna, some of you don't. Listen, we don't know if it will crash the economy, and a lot of people were also saying that, yeah, like they want to crash it on purpose. It's not because of aliens, because how can aliens crash our economy? No, it totally makes sense, right? Valid point, valid point. Now, the reason, if it crashes, right? If it crashes, it's probably gonna be how Trump announces this thing, or whoever comes out tomorrow and announces it, and does a full disclosure on like a government level. It's gonna really depend on the word choice, okay? If, for example, right, if Trump comes out tomorrow and says that aliens are real, it's fine, nothing is good. Or I mean, everything is fine, everything is good. Then nothing will happen to the stock market and to our economy. Everything will be smooth, everything will be fine. We'll see certain stocks rise up, like Lockheed, perhaps, right? Not a financial advice though, but you know, Lockheed, Skunk Works, apparently they are known to be making weapons, okay? They are also behind reverse engineering their UFO crafts and all that. You probably heard the conspiracies and all that. So yeah, it's likely that their stock will go up like crazy, even if we have bad news. But if Trump, not a financial advice, I don't know, nobody knows what will happen, okay? Maybe it's gonna crash, okay? Nobody knows. But if Trump comes out and says that, yeah, it's a national security, national threat, international threat, global threat, aliens are real, but yeah, it's a threat, and we're, you know, working on new tech, this, that, the other, so we can nuke them, this, that. So I'm obviously exaggerating, but I guess you get the point. If something like that happens, chances are very high the stock market will crash for the limited time. Then it will get back up if nothing happens. If it's the end of the world, end of the world type situation, then obviously it will crash and it won't go back up. But I don't think we're gonna get to that level. I don't think Trump is gonna announce it in that way. But Bank of England saying that just a couple of weeks ago is pretty wild. And everything that is unfolding, it seems like that everything is ramping up. I mean, that's what we have been noticing ever since like 2017, when Pentagon confirmed those leaked UFO videos were legit. Ever since then, it's just like they're ramping it up. They're ramping it up. And now it's so ramped up to the point where the current president, former presidents, on like left wing, right wing, everybody's talking. EP files coming out, so that is massive too. Whistleblowers going apeshit. Everybody's talking about it. What the hell is going on? Exciting times, but also kind of like vulnerable times as well, with the WW3 rumors rising, but they rise every time, so.
Just a couple weeks later, we have all these sources now coming out talking about how Trump has a speech prepared to not just talk about, but also disclose UFOs and aliens. How Is that just a mere coincidence? Because you have to ask yourself, why would the revelation of UFOs and aliens crash the economy? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Right.
Let's just play with the idea that Trump has a speech prepared and he says that, yeah, we've known about UFOs and aliens. The government, they have interacted with aliens. Why would that crash the economy? Unless they have a major event prepared, a false flag involving these so-called aliens.
Project Blue Beam. And yeah, like if, for example, guys, like if we, not good point, valid point though, why would it crash? Because if they do like if Trump comes out and just say aliens are real, yeah, nothing will happen, bro. Stocks won't crash. Maybe Lockheed stock will actually go up because of the hype, the excitement, you know, and shit like that, and other like war stocks or other like, you know, stocks like that, they might go up. But if we see little green men come down with their pew-pews, their ray guns and all that, wow, it will crash the stock market completely, bro.
That would pretty much restart everything, including the economy, and this is where we get the tokenization of all assets. And I wouldn't doubt one bit too that they're going to go ahead and come out and say that a lot of the people walking among us are not even human. They are aliens in disguise, and this is where the digital ID is going to come into play. In order to prove you're fully human, you must comply with the digital ID. Now before...
So many conspiracies, bro. You probably, if you're a conspiratorial nut, you're hearing that, because like I'm hearing that, and so many conspiracies are spawning in, and we have seen so many conspiracies come true in the past 6 months. Even with the EP files, I don't want to say his name because this is a UFO video, so I don't want this video to get labeled with that stuff on YouTube. It's very sensitive, right? So, but I do cover that, but like this video ain't about that. So yeah, right. Crazy timeline. Holy smokers, it ain't no dang joke. Cause one world government, you know, Blue Beam, Project Blue Balls 2030, you know, smart cities, right? One currency, and all that. Nah, pretty nuts, man. Pretty nuts. What are they gonna do? False event 2027. We also covered this. 2027 is the disclosure year. One of the ex-CIA guy came out a couple of months ago. He said the same. We also had Jeremy Corbell saying that he heard this. Now, obviously, take it as rumors, guys. Not confirmed. Nothing is confirmed, right? Take it as rumors. Him saying that there's apparently a fake. It's all fake. It is all fake. But they're gonna come out and tell you that there's a UFO mothership approaching Earth in 2027. Then we had that 3-Eye Atlas situation, but that came and went, right? Nothing really happened with that, or maybe something happened, but as far as we know, they said nothing on it. So we had that, but apparently 2027 is the big year. Maybe it is.
Or anybody says that sounds absolutely crazy. Now it sounds like I'm going off the deep end. Hold on a second, because Sam Altman actually has something like that to prove you're human, called a world ID, where you go ahead and scan your eyeball and you give them all this data, and once they prove you're a human, then they'll go ahead and give you this world coin, a cryptocurrency where you can go ahead and buy and sell. Now, and I've spoken about this before, as of 2026, crazy enough, close to 18 million people have scanned their eyeballs and have a verified world ID. And these orbs that you look into and scan your eyeball, they are expanding rapidly. Now, yes, just to clarify, this world ID is to prove you're a human versus a computer versus an AI. But what if this is a test run? And with your world tokens, your world coins, you can sell them for digital dollars, you can buy digital gifts, you can exchange them for other currencies. So it definitely seems like one giant test run, and so many people are going to go ahead and comply. And for a couple years, I have been noticing they have been using news and media.
Intelligent alien dinosaurs, what? Could be hiding underground.
To sell the idea that these aliens are walking among us. Take, for example, this video from the very shady TMZ.
Have you ever heard of crypto-terrestrials? You know, everybody talks about aliens coming from space and then disappearing. What if they're actually living among us? Right?
Sounds like an old science fiction movie, but a study out of Harvard finds that aliens might be living among us. Harvard University's Human Flourishing Program speculates UFOs may be spaceships visiting alien friends planted on Earth, planted right here on Earth, that is. Those aliens then are disguised as humans trying to fit in.
People, I want to tell you something. Either we're in a really heavy meteor shower and they're not going to tell us, because they don't want everybody to panic, because there's no reason we should be seeing this many objects like this in the skies if they're not trying to hide something. My skies are cloudy. It doesn't take much to hide this stuff, people, with a little bit of cloud cover. And the amount of cloud cover that I showed you kind of makes sense now why they're hiding the sky. I have never seen this many shit.
Man, he's sounding like doom and gloom right now. You okay? Let us get to it right now, man.
Coming out this many.
He's building a lot of suspense.
Objects coming in out of nowhere means they're not telling us something about what's going on.
They're hiding something.
These are objects flying across your sky. They are not meteors. These are not.
Oh dang! Oh, right here. But these are stars, right? We just saw one object there, but or perhaps a shooting star.
Lights. These are things. These are objects that are appearing out of nowhere and are coming across the screen. Meteors and satellites are just not.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, so if you pay attention here, there was one here, there was one here, there was one here that were kind of like falling in a way, that were moving. Not those were not shooting star. The first one that could be a shooting star, but
not gonna do that. Like this just appeared out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Just appeared. This object just came out of nowhere.
And it feels like that. It feels like that. It's just like going a little bit in a zigzag way, not necessarily going straight.
Okay, people. There's something.
Yeah, this one is going upward. That's not a shooting star.
Else going on here. There's something else happening. They're not telling us, and this is why your skies are cloudy. They're keeping something from us.
Yeah. Oh no.
Guys, we need to keep looking up to the sky. I'll keep you up to date with as much stuff as I can find. But this is unbelievable, the amount of objects.
Yeah,
and it's
100%.
non-stop. And the sun is coming up on this platform. As you get, the sun is starting to come up.
Yeah. Mom, get the telescope right now that we just bought the other day.
Okay? So, guys, amazing. Amazing.
Get the telescope,
Holy cow. So many objects. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Man, that... Now, honestly, he got a point, though. There's a saying, it's scientifically proven that if you look in one direction for 20 minutes straight, you're gonna catch yourself with a shooting star. But that thing right there, that is insane. Shout out to Casper's side. Check this out. Roll it. Real UFO. Vibe, appreciate you subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Real
Look
UFO.
at this thing.
Yeah, damn, man. Real UFO.
Imagine seeing that in real life, man.
Looks like a disc, though.
What the hell?
Yeah, just zooming past. Probably looking to get McDonald's or something.
Look at it!
Oof. Man, get the camera at the very least! Yeah, looks like Mama ain't coming right now. Love Mom though, but Mom never coming with the camera, never coming in with the telescope. It's like I bought the telescope, the camera for nothing, man. Never coming. But now this is an insane one.
Look at the state of this thing, mate.
Yeah. Can that be reflection? But if that is reflection, why? Nah, it feels like that's just like a different compartment or different.
What the hell?
Yeah, look at that. Damn. It feels like that there's something underneath as well. It's not necessarily a straight object.
What the hell?
Not necessarily edges.
And by the way, I've also found out that Brazil have just released like 900 UFO sighting documents. It just made me think of that we're seeing that thing there. Just made me remember this. They've just released...
Brazil is like a hotspot for UFOs, right? Like, we've heard so much, but we've heard so many different cases that happen in Brazil. And Brazil is a lot more transparent when it comes to UFO activity. They release a lot more stuff than any other country on the planet.
900 documents.
Sheesh. That's crazy. Now, I want to show you guys this video, okay? So, we apparently have footage coming straight from Lockheed as well. Oh, and, yeah, you gotta be flipping my flapjacks. That's all I gotta say real quick, though. I gotta shout out Matt. I gotta shout out Sassy Madeline. Thank you guys so much. And also the homie Brian. Can't forget Brian. Thank you guys so much for the super thanks, for the tips and all that. Really helps out the channel tremendously. If you do have Twitter or Instagram, I would love to have you there. Links are always down below. We upload content there as well on the side. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo, check this out.
The idea or the concept that elements within the military or military industrial complex are like 30 to 50 years ahead of the regular public technology-wise.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what started my channel, is I really wanted to go out to these sites. You know, you have Area 51, but you also have places like this Lockheed site that are run by private contractors where a lot of this new technology is developed. So I wanted to, you know, I'd seen official press releases from Lockheed of this place, but I had never actually seen somebody go on the ground and just film stuff that happens, whether it's in the day or the night, and just kind of record and see what they can find out there. So I kind of wanted to do that. And this was my second trip out there, actually. I did another one back, and I think it was either February or March of this year. And I brought my night vision gear with me. I brought a really long telephoto lens, and I basically just went up into the hills, all on public land, and recorded whatever I could capture.
What the hell?
So on the screen here, Philip.
Is that like beaming light down there? Is it about to abduct somebody? Listen, man, if I ever get abducted, I just hope that it's those tall Nordic baddies, though. I just gotta get my game up, but you know, I just hope it's the Nordic alien baddies.
If you could leave this up here, this is some of the night vision stuff that you were capturing, and we didn't know until the daytime when you woke up the next day what we were looking at. This weird. What the hell? I guess you would call you call it a pylon. You call it a pylon with something on top of it, which looks like some sort of a craft.
Yeah,
it was
so let me
shocking.
kind of break down, like, so we have the pylon, which what this is for is what's called radar cross-section measurement. So this facility out in the desert, it's called the Hellendale Radar Cross-Section Facility, and they constructed this pylon to have a very low, almost invisible radar signature, which aids them in their measurement, because what they're trying to do is they're testing these advanced aircraft and seeing how stealthy they are, seeing how they show up on radar. So what we're looking at here is
it feels like that it's just like rotating a little bit, or that's like the plane's ass pause. Yeah, it's like going a little bit downward, and yeah, I mean at one point it feels like this is the road, but it looks like it's just beaming light.
The night vision footage was, I think, it was definitely a different airframe than what we're looking at in the daytime. The one we're looking at here, it could be, you know, it's really hard to say. You know, I'm not Lockheed Martin, so I'm not entirely sure, but it is some sort of a fuselage, I believe. It could be a model specifically to test like a new stealth material, or it could be like a fuselage with the wings removed of, say, a new drone. Lockheed Martin did recently announce the new Vectis drone. I don't think that's what this is, but it could be something similar. It could, it could just be.
And speaking of drones, right? We've all seen the New Jersey drones. We heard the news and all that. It was insane. And then we had the Denmark, Germany drones were showing up around airports, and it has been, there are conflicting reports, but also the Trump's administration also did clear that up. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you, but they officially said that these were drones that we made, and they were looking for something. When they talked about New Jersey drones, right, they were searching for something, or they I don't remember the exact quote right now, but they said they were doing something. There was a purpose behind why they were showing up, but they never told us that purpose. We don't know why they were showing up, okay? But they said, yup, they are made by us. And prior to the Trump's administration giving us that response, we had whistleblowers coming out on the likes of Dr. Stephen Greer. There were other whistleblowers that also came out and said that, yeah, these are not like UFOs, like alien UFOs. These are drones that are made by us, but they are made by reverse engineering the real alien shit. So that was what was different between the Trump's administration response versus what the whistleblowers were saying and what people were thinking about, right? And again, like, this is not my opinion, this is what's being said. Does that mean it's real? Yeah, no, who knows, right? Nobody knows.
An airframe designed to test a new particular technology. There's quite a few possibilities.
And what's crazy is you saw this giant pylon like coming out of the ground and then going back into the ground with the aircraft like attached to it. And I was racking my brain. I was talking to a couple of my UFO buddies that we commiserate from time to time about different stories and things. And I'm just curious why this pylon comes out from underneath the ground, from their facility underground, and then sticks straight up in the air. Like, what's the point? Is there some sort of an aerodynamic test point for it? Because you would think you would do that in your facilities underground. I just don't understand why they're sticking this thing up in the air.
Yeah.
Well, I've honestly kind of been fascinated with the way this facility has been constructed. So it has this massive 200-foot deep underground chamber that the pylon is actually stored in, and it does allow them to really quickly extend and retract the aircraft. So they actually store the aircraft underground. But for a lot of the measurement, I'm not the best at scientifically explaining it, but for the radar measurement that they blast the airframe with, it does have to be at least partially above ground. There are some indoor facilities now that do this, but this one, it was built during the Cold War. They kind of designed it to be able to quickly hide it from Soviet spy satellites, which is why it retracts below ground like it does.
So when you've been out there at nighttime, maybe we can play some of the nighttime footage as well. Have you, in the times that you've been there, have you witnessed anything in the air that you just think, wow, if America...
by the way, this is his footage. I just got like the B-roll shot of the UFOs in the background, but this is the footage that he's talking about.
Americans could see this type of technology or the speed with which these things move, they would be shocked. What have you seen while you've been there?
Well, at the Skunk Works facility in particular, I haven't seen anything flying except the drones, like the Reaper drone. I did see, the first time I was out there, a kind of interesting looking drone that was more angular shaped. It wasn't a Reaper. I'm not sure what it was, but it was, it was flying in circles above me, kind of like the Reaper.
It looks crazy from this angle, right? Especially with the night vision goggle, it looks something completely different. Yeah, I mean, it's very likely that the New Jersey drones were basically made at Lockheed. It's very possible. Also, this one is a little insane. That, you know, that Tic Tac shaped UFO, that the white Tic Tac that Commander Fravor talked about, that we heard about it like a billion times already, the one that Commander Fravor chased back in 2004. Yeah, reports came out recently that said that it was also made at Lockheed. Oh shit! So if that's true, then I mean, yeah, I mean, it's insane, like how much is out there and how much stuff gets changed, right? Like things are flip-flopping, like the information is constantly being flip-flopped, so you don't even know what's real, what's fake anymore, right?
Was in this video. When I've been out more towards Nevada, like towards Area 51, when I've been looking through my night vision scope, I can sometimes see some things moving really high altitude that are pretty strange. Like, for example, you'll see something that looks like a satellite. It's moving consistent speed and consistent direction, but then all of a sudden it'll quickly change directions and suddenly it doesn't look like a satellite anymore. So there certainly are things flying around that I think the American public should know about, and we don't.
Yeah, so. We demand answers.
Yeah, that was...
We demand answers. We demand answers. We demand. Why are we paying taxes? Why are we paying taxes? Either remove the taxes, or remove the taxes and tell us the news. Bruh. Man, give us the answers. We demand answers, man. This is insane, bro. This is insane. Now I get it. Like certain technology, they cannot reveal it, right? Because you know you gotta always keep the mystery alive. And you don't want the enemy knowing what you got cooking. So I understand that, okay, that's understandable. But in terms of the UFOs and those alien twats, we demand answers. We deserve to know what's going on.
To be honest with you, hand to the heavens, that's when I witnessed my first UFO that I ever saw. Looking up into the night sky, Natalie and I both saw it because we were both looking. We were checking with each other, like, wait, are we seeing this? And way up there. And just started moving at an unbelievable speed in a box pattern, way up in the sky. You know, just right across the sky, up. Then just.
I feel like I'm the only one that haven't seen a UFO in real life, man. Come on, man. Like I want to see them alien baddies as well, bro. Come on, man.
Back down, like traveling in enormous speeds. Yeah. Oh, I figured I'd share that.
Am I the only one, or you guys or you guys also have yet to see a real UFO or UFO with your own eyes, rather?
Yeah, that's awesome. I truly believe if anyone who spends enough time looking up at the sky, you're eventually going to notice something unusual because it's up there. So
microplastics are infiltrating every part. Maybe we can show some of the footage of here. The security trucks. So maybe you can explain like where you are on these mountains here, because we know at Area 51 they have all sorts of ground sensors that if you get near any of the gates. I know from different reporters who've tried to get close, like the sensitivity. I mean, even if it's like they know if it's like a gecko or a prairie dog is moving out there with these ground sensors. So
they come after you.
Maybe you can talk about some of the security precautions that Lockheed has around this facility, and where exactly is this facility located?
Yeah, so this is, like I said, it's called the Hellendale Radar Cross-Section Facility. It's technically located in Hellendale, California, which is like a really small, unincorporated part of rural LA County. So it's out in the Mojave Desert. It's pretty remote. You'll have a few houses kind of scattered around out there, but it's far enough from LA to where you're not getting a whole lot of prying eyes on it out there, except people like me. But yeah, you got as far as security, they do have the marked. They're marked with Lockheed Martin security on the side of the pickups. They drive around the perimeter. I do notice if you drive by the gates or basically anywhere along the fence line, they come out really quick, even if you don't have a direct line of sight to the guard shack. So I do think there is some kind of a road sensor system they have going on, because as you say, at Area 51, they operate those, and I know these kinds of facilities are just as sophisticated.
Yeah, you remember the Area 51 raid thing that started on Facebook? Man, that was, I believe, back in 2019 or something like that. And a lot of people did show up, though. It's not like nobody showed up. People did show up, but yeah, it was nothing like the raid.
Really, I did have some sort of there was a black pickup that came out and was kind of looking at me. I don't know. I think he may have been getting my plates, or some people theorize they may have been like capturing packets from my cell phone. You know, who knows? But they basically just kind of parked in the road next to me for maybe 20 minutes and were just kind of watching me. So I don't know exactly what to make of that, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, man, it is crazy, like, the way they come up and they pull up on you, right?
Not to get in the full realm of speculation, but I think I'll just have a little fun here. What do you think...
I like that.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any advanced off-world technology being held and analyzed, rebuilt, reverse-engineered at the Skunkworks facility?
My personal opinion is that probably yes. Now, we're definitely in the realm of speculation. Yeah. I don't have any direct evidence of that, but I think there's enough credible testimony out there that would suggest that.
I forgot the guy's name, but he was at Lockheed, right? That once said, whatever that you have seen in Star Wars, we have it. Yeah, and that was the quote that was said decades and decades ago. Right, I'm probably butchering the quote, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah, man, it is crazy. God knows what they got, man. God knows what they got there.
Lockheed Martin is probably one of the companies that would be involved in this. You know, they're the largest U.S. military defense contractor. They're the largest defense contractor in the world. So if it is true that the U.S. government has reverse engineered technology, I would certainly think Lockheed Martin would be one of the companies involved. And I think there's enough whistleblower testimony. You know, you have David Rush, you have Dylan Borland, who just came out. I'm big fans of what they've had to say to Congress, and I look forward to really hearing more. And I think we will hear Lockheed Martin's name come up as these kinds of hearings continue.
Right, but are we ever gonna get like the disclosure, right? Because that's something that we have been hearing. It's gonna happen, guys. It's happening next week, next month, next year, next decade, 100 years from now. Yeah, we're still gonna be saying the same shit. Could you imagine, right? Like, it's been how many decades has it been? Yeah, no, been over. I mean, the Roswell incident was a big one, right? It happened back in 1947. And ever since then, we've had more and more sightings, and it feels like in the last couple of years, the sightings have rose. The percentage, the amount of people that are seeing and recording these things has increased substantially, and so much so that we've even got guys like David Grush, and you know, you got whistleblowers coming out, you got military personnel, military people coming out, and people behind the scenes coming out. We're having UFO hearings as well. So yeah, no, there has been progress, but still it feels like there's no progress. Why? Because we still have yet to get any confirmation. I mean, they have confirmed UFOs are real, this, that, the other, but it's like we don't have any like really up and close video. And surely, like, you know, when people say disclosure, what people truly want to see, it's not know. People don't necessarily want to just know. People want to know, surely. But it's not just that people just want to know. It's that people want to see them aliens. People want to see, like, the bodies. And they say, some whistleblowers have said that they already have the bodies. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. People want to see the bodies. People want to see them animals, them aliens. They want to see the alive aliens, how they walk, how they talk, what do they eat. And are they hostile? Are they friendly? This, that, the other. What's their motive? What's their objective? Yeah, so that's what it comes down to, and people want to see the inside of a UFO, okay? People want to see a UFO like flying, actually like taking off on video or in real life, this, that, the other. But an official video, not necessarily any other video. I mean, if a whistleblower drops a video, if someday, you know, some guy records like a full-blown 4K video that is undeniable, then yeah, that would be cool too. But when you talk about disclosure, that's what generally the public means.
You know, not to tell tales out of school, but I'm sure once your videos hit and they became, you know, they're pretty big, have you heard from any whistleblowers, or you can just shake your head or just wink, from any Lockheed Martin individuals who are like wanted to fill you in on some of the stuff that they know about?
I mean, he blinked.
Skunkworks.
I haven't had anyone reach out, unfortunately, to fill me in. I think it is so compartmentalized and so secretive that, you know, people reaching out like that would be taking a pretty considerable risk. I did get a private message from somebody who said they worked for Skunkworks after I published my first video, but they were more just kind of asking like where and when I filmed it, which I don't really know quite what they were getting at with it, if it was like, you know, probing for security reasons or what, but it didn't seem hostile or anything like that. But that was the only message I got directly from a Skunkworks employee. I've had a few high profile people.
I wonder, like, should I Google? Yeah, I should probably Google that. I wonder, like, how many people are working at Lockheed. I guess we're gonna get estimation. Let's actually not Google it. Let's Chat GPT it. And yeah, if you've seen that alien video that or not alien, but AI video that we've done the other day, crazy. I will have a part 2 of that. So remember to say thank you to Chat GPT. How many? Please tell me. We're gonna drop a please. Please tell me. Thank you. We're gonna drop a thank you, man. If you've seen that video, man, I'm telling y'all. If you haven't, definitely whenever you have time, go over on the channel and definitely check out those AI videos that we've done recently. Because one of the AI apparently deleted a human in a simulation. Oh shit! Oh shit! Lockheed Martin Corporation, 121,000 employees. What the hell? Worldwide, as of December 31st, 2024, Skunkworks, a division of Lockheed, employs about 3,800 people. That's a lot of people, man. And they would be NDA'd to the balls, man. They would be NDA'd to the balls. If there's that many people, to keep that big of a secret, yeah, right? Like, I don't think it's possible, man. I don't think it's possible to keep that big of a secret. Thoughts?
People that were either former Air Force test pilots or former civilian employees at some of these kinds of places, like follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So I am hoping that, you know, some of these people are going to start reaching out to me, because I would love to pick their brain and hear what they have to say.
Right.
Well, I love the videos. I love what you're doing over at Uncanny Expeditions on YouTube. Give them a follow if you're into this sort of thing, like I am. I think you would really find it fascinating. Check out the series that Anders has done here on the Skunkworks facility. His most recent one was just published about 7 days ago, and that's where we got some of this remarkable footage. Before I let you go, like, we're seeing this truck. I just want to keep talking to you. But this flatbed truck with this, airframe that's on it. You watch this truck kind of going back and forth here. And what's remarkable is this truck goes underground. Like, this thing is huge. This underground facility must be massive.
Yeah, you know, there's so many theories about this Hellendale facility. It's definitely kind of a cornerstone in UFO UAP lore, because it has such a large underground component to it. So the pylon that comes up from the facility, it's 200 feet tall, and the facility is 200 feet deep. So you could really hide a lot of things down there. And there's all kinds of speculation out there that there's underground tunnels connecting this to other facilities in the area, Area 51, Edwards Air Force Base. You know, the only way I'd be able to confirm that is if I were able to rent like some ground penetrating radar or something like that. But we do know for a fact that it would be a great...
Yeah, we definitely need that ground penetrating ground penetrating radar, absolutely. But, you know, military is not going to release that. If we ever get a ground penetrating, if we ever get that be available to the public to buy, you know, whatever they got is probably light years ahead than that. I don't think we're gonna get it ever, because yeah, I mean, these facilities then gonna become obsolete, or they're gonna develop a counter technology that they're gonna put there at Area 51. I suppose they already do, like, even with, you know, radar, you cannot detect. They probably have jammers, let's be real. Who are we kidding? Because if they didn't, you know, China, Russia, other countries that regularly spy, you know, US also spies, America spies, right? They spy on us, we spy on them, you know, everybody's spying on everybody. So yeah, there is no way. They probably got jammers.
Place to hide some of this stuff just because you already have that underground infrastructure there. And as you say, this truck was able to drive down there, and the truck, you know, it fully entered the underground test chamber, and they loaded the model onto it and they drove it right out. So
yeah,
how hot it is and inhospitable. Even in your video, you're talking about how, my God, it's just been brutally hot. So yeah, it's just not. It's a great place to hide stuff.
But check this out. Roll it.
A man was camping when he heard rustling outside his tent. Curious, he went out to investigate and noticed movement. He grabbed his camera and recorded this.
Whoa! What?
It's hard to tell whether it was an animal or something unknown, but it was terrifying. All the camera could do was return to his tent, pray, and wait quietly until it left. How the rest of the night unfolded was never shared. YouTuber Eder Hernandez and his crew were exploring the Devil's Cave at night. From the start, the atmosphere felt heavy. But once they stepped inside, this happened.
The Devil's Cave. Hey. Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Someone was there, just standing in the darkness. It almost looked faceless. The group fled.
It looks like a man with like a bear costume or a Teletubby costume, bro. With like cat ears. It looks like cat ears costume.
Through the jungle, only to come across another figure.
Tranquilo, Hernandez.
No one could say if it was a demon, a person, or just eerie mannequins. But they weren't about to stick around to find out. A man wandered deep into the woods of Japan when he spotted something unsettling.
Ow! Love it. Japanese man runs into something.
What looked like a tree root twitched on its own.
Holy crap.
Shocked, he ran, but his fear only grew.
What the hell?
As he steadied himself and kept filming, his camera caught this.
You gotta say sight. I feel like I remember a video like this before, where the tree goes like all wiggly woggly. Oh man. What? Hey yo! Hey, say
A
sight!
humanoid figure moving in the distance. At first, it seemed like the root was part of a tree, but it soon appeared as if the trunk had turned into something alive and walking. What was going on here? The man didn't stick around to find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we better do it. Lock your doors right now. Shout out to Bizarre Above. Let's get right to it. Tonight's the night. Tuck yourselves in the blankets. Roll it.
In the following video, a mother named Aaliyah is recording her daughter who just had a night terror.
So we're moving. This happened during one of her night terrors last night?
Aaliyah's daughter has been suffering from night terrors for the past few weeks now, which according to her child's doctor, is a common phase that most children her age experience. But one night, Aaliyah wakes up to find her daughter on her bed, crying intensely than ever before. It seems that she just had the most severe night terror ever. Her night terror was so intense that she ran straight into her mother's room. So, Aaliyah immediately records this video to show her child's doctor. But while recording, this happens.
Oh no. We're probably gonna see something. Why do I feel like... What's that? What's there? Who's there? No. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! What the hell? Oh no, you gotta sit side, bro.
Here, baby.
Did something move? Like, did we... Was that... What? Okay, she's not crying
Come
anymore.
here, pickle.
I was getting her back to her room so she can feel comfortable sleeping in there again. Was there some... Okay, he's gonna come back to it. We're gonna get a recap. But it felt like something translucent. A spirit. Hey!
It's okay.
I was trying to explain it so she wouldn't be scared. Right. How do you
There's the
explain
vent right
that?
there, baby.
How do you
See,
explain
the vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay? Are you a big girl?
W mom. W mom.
You're scared, just remember. Baby Lenny's here, mommy's here. We're all gonna be together in the same house. It's gonna be okay. Let's go back.
It's gonna be okay. W mom, man. Oh no.
What's wrong, Cora?
I noticed her staring at the window.
You're scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
Yeah, there's nobody.
Just as Aaliyah sees her daughter staring at the shutters, she points the camera that way and captures this. The blinds suddenly closing on their own.
Oh,
but it's not just a few that close up, but rather all 4 shutters at the same time, which is made
Damn! I was not expecting that. Holy. I mean, I was expecting perhaps nothing would happen. Or we're probably gonna see like a face, but...
creepier when listening to the audio closely. It sounds as if someone or something had forcefully shut them. Naturally, they make a run for it and spend the rest of the night inside mom's room. Now the next day, Aaliyah makes a video talking about these shutters. She shows how hard it is for all 4 to close at once unless someone had moved each rod on each window at the same time.
You have to be physically standing by the blinds in order to close them like this.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. This is one of those videos that is very believable, but dang.
And also, all 4 of them closed at the exact same time. There's not electronic, it's not battery powered, it's...
Oh no. No, it's... I mean, bro, I'm running out of bullets right now, bro. Like... Please. Please. Clear?
Trying my best not to freak out.
Yep.
So, to close these...
Eerily, the door behind Aaliyah starts to move on its own. It happens right as she explains how the shutters work, which is made creepier considering what just happened last night. But that's not even the weirdest part, because later, she points out something that makes last night's incident with the moving door even harder to explain.
So, the AC was not on when the door closed. It's very loud. And you can hear it coming from the vent. The air vent could not have pushed this door closed in that other video because the air was not on, the AC was not on.
Right.
Now, even with the AC on, the door doesn't close. She was initially wrong for thinking the door had closed because of it.
Damn, I'm invested. Damn, I'm invested in this plot right now. Yeah, let's find out. Yeah, grab your Scooby Snacks, gang, and let's find out.
Baby. See?
I was trying to explain it.
It was never on to begin with, which she demonstrates by comparing the difference in sound from both clips.
It's okay.
So then, if it wasn't the AC, then what had moved the door? Like the shutters, this one doesn't make any sense. Although creeped out by all of this, Aaliyah feels oddly relieved knowing that her child's night terrors might not be from nothing, but caused by something else. Currently, she plans to keep her daughter away from this room until she figures out what to do next. But until further updates are given, this video will continue to remain a mystery. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Nah, definitely. Yo, it does feel... I feel like, yo, Bizarreba, one of the best, I would say, paranormal video creator. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the video seems believable. Can definitely be faked out somehow, but...
Now, this next video was recorded by an overnight security guard who works at a cemetery. One night, while doing his rounds, he records a video for his brother-in-law, whom he wanted to show the crematorium that's...
Full video, what in the actual F? No audio in the beginning. This was last night, he says.
On this property. Apparently, it gets pretty creepy once it's dark, and he wanted to show him why he doesn't like patrolling this area. Now, for those who don't know, a crematorium is a place where the deceased are cremated and essentially reduced to ashes. These remains are then put inside urns, which the families then keep. But knowing what goes on back here only makes what was captured that much more unsettling. As the guard records this video, he captures this.
Oh no.
They turn off automatically at a certain hour.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now.
Audio starts acting up. Didn't hear this when I
was
was
walk you through.
Uh-oh.
Now I have a friend that works that he would see and hear things coming from these furnaces when they're burning the bodies. So when I'm walking through here,
clear.
They usually put the urns out to send to the families. So when I'm walking here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables.
You can
here.
tell I was getting shaky.
And then I come down, freaking out.
Oi! Oi! Knock it off! Not today! Not... What is it? What move? What's moving? I feel like one of them is gonna fall. Or all of them. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see what happened. Oh crap! It's almost. It started opening, right? Yeah. I was wondering like, is it gonna fall? It didn't fall, but it started opening. Go back if you didn't see it. The lid on the urn opens up. Oh shit! That's even crazier. Ah, no. Hey! Right.
As if the crematorium wasn't already creepy enough, this occurrence made it worse. Now, something odd happens when he passes by the furnaces and it's heard on camera. A loud tapping sound is picked up by the mic, but strangely, it happens only when he passes by the furnaces.
Now, I have a friend that works.
Now, even if the chamber...
I have a friend that works, the host said, don't care. Do not care one bit.
...was somehow messing with the phone's mic, it doesn't explain what happens next, because out of nowhere, an urn from across the room starts to vibrate. Only this one begins to move, and not a single other urn does the same. Now that's creepy, but it doesn't stop there, because moments later, this happens. The urn's lid begins to creep open by itself. Seeing this, he bolts out in a panic frenzy before stopping to catch his breath and seeing this. It's as if someone had walked out from inside. Having no explanation for this or this, he clocks out immediately and tells his boss what just happened. Now, while there haven't been any updates, it's safe to say the security guard will be keeping his distance from this place. For now, not much else is known about that night, or how the urn had seemingly came alive. But one thing's for sure though, if that specific urn actually had remains inside, then what just happened becomes a whole lot creepier.
Yeah. Nah, that is crazy. Now, could it, no disrespect though, but like, could it be a rat around that was perhaps on the other side that was just moving, or perhaps went inside and trying to get out or open? Just trying to understand the situation. Could it be? I don't know. That I'm just asking a question, right? What's your assessment? But definitely, but even if that's the case, even if that's the case, though, we saw that thing open up, right? Like, that was a little freaky, though. So, oh no.
Now, the following video comes from a mother named Misty Huron, who recently posted something that she normally doesn't post. Unlike all her videos, this one has left many of her followers deeply concerned and completely spooked. It's a short clip she recorded from her baby monitor, which shows her daughter sleeping inside her crib. But what's strange about this is that even though she was fast asleep, the camera was picking up movement. Clearly, her daughter wasn't moving as much, so there had to be something else in there that was. According to Misty, the only explanation that would have made sense was if her older daughter was still sleeping in this room. However, she isn't.
So we moved my daughter out of this room. Now she's across the hall. But we got all the furniture in, the TV hung. That is like a...
She recently moved into another room inside this house. So, if it's not her other daughter, then who or what is moving? Misty continues to watch to see if anything appears, but nothing does. But after looking closely, she sees it. This is what she saw.
We're gonna see like something move, like maybe blanket or pillow. Oh crap! Oh no! Right here. Oh snap! Oh shit! That looks like hair and head. Man. Nah, you gotta see Psycho. Holy shit.
Eerily, it appears that someone or something is on the bunk bed.
Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Holy shit, that's crazy. Even though nothing really crazy happened, but you know, it's
However, no one was sleeping on this bunk bed, let alone staying in this room. Her older daughter used to sleep here, but now she has her own space, which begs the question, just who exactly was on this? Misty has yet to figure this out, which is why she's been posting videos about this in the hopes that someone can. Needless to say, it's pretty freaky. But one night, while touring this exact room where the figure was seen, something completely unexpected happens. Watch.
Okay, a lot of y'all were asking about the room situation, so I'm going to run that through real quick. We moved my daughter from this room into this room. She got new furniture. That's why the bunk bed is still in there. This is the attic that's in between the rooms that I was talking about that's cracked. It's been that way for a while, so it's not something that I'm overly concerned about, but y'all have got me freaking out in the comments.
I mean, you got us freaking out here. Why are you trying to turn that on us?
I cannot even breathe walking in this room.
But I guess I understand, like, the comments, right? Like, everybody would be like, yeah, no, it's a ghost. You gotta run, sister. You gotta leave that place. So she's probably heard, like, a million different opinions and probably saw, like, so many different comments, so probably.
I'm truly terrified, but I'm gonna walk y'all in here real quick.
Finger on the trigger.
This is the bunk bed. This is where I took her out of her crib. Ran up the bunk bed. There was nothing up there when I came. We have her rocking chair, her changing station, her closet with all of the stuff that we still need to put up. This is where I have everything that was gifted. I know a lot of y'all were saying check stuff that came from a thrift store or that wasn't yours because it might be causing it. I will show you guys up here.
Okay, moment of truth. I was gonna ask, have you ever had have you ever had a paranormal experience though? If yes, put it in the comments, man. Really curious to know.
There's nothing suspicious. There's no hair from like a rat or something that could have came in. This is marker. These are still tucked in on the sides, like they're still tight from, you know, if somebody was trying to be underneath the blankets. I don't think that's plausible, so I don't know. I have no idea what could be causing it. Oh my god, it's rocking.
All of a sudden, a rocking chair that's placed in the corner of this room begins to rock on its own. All of a sudden, a rocking chair that's placed in the corner of this room begins to rock on its own.
Oh dang.
But oddly enough, no one else was around to have moved it. Considering what was seen on camera just a few nights ago, Misty can't help but think that her room is haunted. Understandably, since then, she hasn't been inside and won't go in until her husband comes back from his business trip. But until he does, it seems that Misty won't know for sure as to who or what was caught on camera.
Yeah, no, I'm noticing this a trend. Like, there are so many videos of these paranormal activities where you see them trying to scare the parent away and also the child away, right? These activities are usually happening around the child. It's being captured on baby cams. Yeah, I mean, shit like that or things like that appearing near your child, obviously, like if a parent sees it, they're gonna be cautious, their red flag's gonna go off, and I guess these entities or whatever, if true, right, they probably know this, they probably are aware, that's why they're doing it. It's like one stone, two birds kind of situation, right? So they're gonna freak the child out if they can, but in doing so, they're gonna freak out the parent more so than the child.
Camera.
Yeah. Oh no.
Now this next video comes from Arizona, where there's a road where many accidents have taken place. The road in question is known as Lower Buckeye, and just last year, someone had caught something strange on their dash cam while passing through here. On April 30th of 2024, Tasha Moran was driving down this stretch of highway, unaware that she was about to witness something quite disturbing. She was driving down the supposedly haunted highway when suddenly her dash cam captures this.
Are we gonna see like something move while passing? Oh snap. 5 times the speed. Yeah, I'm assuming like an entity something would just pass on the road. Oh crap. Oh! You see it.
There's something on the side of the road that the camera picks up. It happens quickly, but if you...
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, what the hell? It feels like okay, that's the head. These are the legs. That's the back.
Slow the footage, you'll notice what looks like something hunched over. It's a bit hard to tell, but many of those who've seen this clip believe that whatever this was is evidence of something supernatural,
Skinwalker?
especially after seeing the figure seemingly appear out of nowhere in front of the first car ahead.
Ooh.
Given the countless stories of those who've seen things here at night, Tasha agrees that whatever this was had to be something unexplainable.
Almost as though it just spawned in.
While it isn't certain if that's the case, one thing seems pretty clear, and it's that whoever, or whatever this was, had definitely scared the living daylights out of someone who spotted them. So then, just who or what was seen late at night in the middle of nowhere?
Crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Now that's a crazy one. Oh no.
Now the following video takes place at a house where construction has been going on for quite some time. The person who took this is a carpenter who was recently hired to work on this property, but unbeknownst to him, this house would be the reason why he doesn't work here alone anymore. One day, while working by himself, strange noises start to emanate from inside the house.
But yeah, oh, what the hell? This is what I'm talking about. You guys heard that?
Tranquilo, papi. Tranquilo, papi.
Whoa. I don't want to go up there.
Oh man, you got a beard, bro. You got a beard. Go in, it's gonna be alright.
I do not.
You got a beard, bro. You got a beard. I know it's trim and all clean and shit, but you got it. You got it, boss. You got it. You got it, Poppy.
According to the carpenter, no one else was home. Both the property owner and the construction crew who are usually seen here are away for the weekend, which of course doesn't help to make things any less creepy. If no one is here, then what were those noises? While it's possible that a stranger had sneaked in without him noticing, this next part is what makes this whole video pretty creepy, as it seems to hint that maybe it's not a stranger. Now after hearing what sounded like footsteps, the carpenter proceeds to show the basement. This is where he claims to have had another creepy experience from days before, but while showing it, this happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I seen like an elbow leave this room.
Okay, I saw his hand and Alba just freaked out, bro. What the hell? Because yeah, I was like, oh shit, movement. Talking about what he saw a few weeks back.
I seen like an elbow leave this room, but there's nobody else that lives here.
Okay.
This is my client's house.
So this is not the first time he felt something, right?
Oh shit. I swear. Oh my god.
Noise from upstairs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there. This is shaking. There's nobody else in the house with me. I swear. This is where I heard those footsteps at.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming from here.
Ah, no.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, nah, man. Nah, bro. Nah, man. Yo, watch it blink or move. Okay, thank God. No, it did not.
That right there. That right there is always.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
I can't talk right.
Yeah, catch your breath. Catch your breath. The door is gonna shut, huh? Oh no. Yeah,
doing
it's
this job
better.
right here. Look at.
Yeah, catch your breath. Catch your breath.
See this job? Doing this right here.
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Okay, that also started rocking.
Things.
5 times the speed. Love
He's
it.
still shaking, dude. I can't even look at it.
Yeah, the other one also started shaking. Dang.
Oh, maybe some of these objects are haunted.
Some
what
haunted.
Yo.
Oh, yo. Yeah, we saw this one moving. Now this one is also moving, and the other one is on the other, you know, to the left.
Oh, this is moving, and this is moving. Why isn't this one moving?
Yeah.
I'm used to this already. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to it, go in, brother. You got a beard, bro. You got a beard. Think about it this way, right? You got a beard. What could go wrong?
Bruh. Don't follow me home.
It's at this point where the supposed break-in turns into something else entirely. Not one, but several lights begin to swing on their own. And to make things even creepier, just as the first light continues to sway, a sudden noise erupts from the display cabinet behind the carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming from here.
Right.
Oh, it's a little. Oh my goodness.
The porcelain doll only makes the encounter that much more unsettling. But overall, this whole experience has left him beyond spooked. He continues to work here given that he was contracted, but currently, and perhaps to his relief, nothing has happened since then. Yet still, the question remains, just what exactly took place inside this house? As with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
Yeah, the number one right now.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out. As is often the case with paranormal videos, it's usually clips involving children that tend to be the creepiest.
Exactly, yeah.
That said, even though this next clip is pretty short, its inclusion of a child and something supernatural makes it worth watching.
The shadow.
On September 26 of 2025, an aunt records her niece eating breakfast on the kitchen table. It's a seemingly innocent video that was taken 2 years ago.
Oh man, okay, no, this, okay, I'm seeing things right now, I feel like.
But even to this day, this footage continues to replay in the aunt's mind, as what was captured here is pretty creepy. Watch closely.
No, I feel that this is the one. Okay, we see the movement, but I guess it's happening with, oh snap. But that's her reflection, but okay, the shadow.
Like something out of a horror movie, a dark silhouette passes by in the background.
Ooh.
It moves slowly, which somehow makes it creepier. But the creepiest part about this...
yeah, that's what I was gonna point out too. The light just completely... It's like, it's on the light, so the light just dims because of it.
And probably the strangest is that the light bulb appears to go out when it passes by. It's as though its presence is extremely draining.
Yeah.
But that's not all, because apparently, if you look closely at the fridge, you'll notice a reflection.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that seems very off.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like the face is like facing her. You know, like it's like facing her like that. But the hand movement feels normal, but this does not feel normal. And the light bulb, like the shadow was that thick that it just destroyed the entire light, or not. I mean, or basically the light bulb went out for a second.
As many have noted, it looks as if the reflection doesn't match the child's.
Yeah.
It's
oh my god. Oh shit. Yo, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Yo, this is freaky, yo. This is freaky.
Almost like it's looking.
It's currently like 12:30 in the morning while I'm filming this video, so that doesn't help.
Back at her. Now, of course, it isn't clear enough to be sure if that's so. Whether pareidolia or something else, it's still pretty creepy to look at.
I don't know, man. The way the head moves after shit. And we know, like, her head didn't even move, yo.
But whether pareidolia or something else, of course, it isn't clear enough to be sure if that's so. Whether pareidolia or something else, it's still pretty creepy to look at. But still, it's the shadow in this video that many are finding hard to explain. Although this clip was filmed a while ago, it's still just as creepy now as it was then.
Check this out, roll it. So, it says, aliens invade a village in Brazil. Is it even real? Let's find out. So got lights in the sky.
Ai, meu Deus. Está acontecendo aqui no Piauí, rapaz. No meio do Piauí, meu Deus. Ah, Senhor.
Yeah, people running. Dang, homie. But you see, this is where it gets busted, because you see the light on top of his head. Yeah, that twat-shaped light. This AI might be getting really good, but it ain't getting us this time around. Whoa! I mean, I have a hard time believing. I feel like this is AI made, because people don't run this much nowadays, so... Holy! So these lights in the skies. Let me actually show you the secret UFO files smuggled out of Russia. Roll it.
Smuggled out of Russia more than 30 years ago by legendary investigative reporter George Knapp, without the KGB being any the wiser. The files apparently revealed the Soviet Union quietly ran multiple UFO investigation programs tracking thousands of reports of strange crafts and close encounters and claimed abductions, even while publicly, by the way, dismissing UFOs as American propaganda. Now, the documents, they stop short of any final conclusions, but they do make one thing clear. If these documents are true, this phenomenon was taken seriously at the highest levels of government. Joining me right now, former FBI agent, veteran UFO investigator, and host of Discovery Plus's UFO Witness, Ben Hansen.
Right
Ben,
there.
thanks so much for taking the time. What was your biggest revelation regarding these Russian files?
Well, I'm glad that George, finally put him out there in the public. He's been talking about this for years. Those, who know that he went to Russia, it's kind of like a spy novel, the way that he had to smuggle him out. Crazy. Because he made connections with military and Ministry of Defense personnel who I think wanted to share this information. They wanted the world to know. But yet people higher up the food chain perhaps were not so enthusiastic. So he had these stack of documents, and some of them still said classified on the cover sheet. So he took the cover sheet off of it and then put it amongst his other documents to get out of the country and into our country so that he wouldn't be charged with espionage. As we go through them, I think the most amazing thing...
I think they need to make a statue of George Knapp somewhere, maybe in Las Vegas, bro.
...is they had mass sighting events, one in particular that took place in the 80s, I believe, in a small town where there was like a 450-foot sized jellyfish, looking object that came within hundreds of feet above the people. Hundreds of people saw it, kind of like our Phoenix Lights incident in '97. Yeah. And yet we hear nothing about it on our side of the world.
Why did the incidents go?
That's insane, right? Because, the Phoenix Lights, believe it or not, but that was televised. Like, everybody was talking about it at that time, and it became one of the biggest UFO sightings of all time. I mean, even to this day, we talk about it, right? Like, I know about it. You probably heard about it. He's talking about it. So, yeah, we know about it, but this is something, if true, nobody heard about it. Like, what? Hundreds of people came across a 450 feet UFO, and they all saw it, but we never heard about it? Whoa, that's crazy stuff, man. Dang.
Go up after 1978. Wasn't that strange? Why did the incidents go up after 1978? Wasn't that strange?
1978.
Well, I mean, we did have a flap of sightings here in the U.S. in the 70s. We had some of the most famous cases, like the 1975 Travis Walton case, Coin Copter, late 70s. A lot of people want to attribute that to possibly the movies that were coming out at the time, Close Encounters and Star Wars and such. But I think that this...
Maybe the aliens were like, okay, man, they got some of the hottest movies about us, man. So let's actually like pull up here, okay? Let's see what what they're talking about and how are they portraying us? Like, are we the good guys? Are we the bad guys? Okay, let's see what these Homo sapiens are doing.
This was a global phenomena, and while we were having our spike, I think they too were seeing an increase for whatever reason.
By the way, I got to ask you about the map. I mean, you saw me lay it all out there.
I'll get back to it.
Did you notice any pattern there? It feels like a very random assortment of states where you see the most
alien abduction hotspots. That wasn't on my bingo card, though. I never thought that. You gotta be flipping my flapjacks. 1.68%, 1 in 60. Wow! 1.90%, 1 in 53, 1.79, 1 in 56, 1 in 50, 156. So this is like, okay, I don't know. I'm not in America. I mean, I'm in Canada, right? But not in the USA. So I don't know what that is. I think this is California. State of New York would be right there. That's Florida right there. Love Miami. But yeah, so let me know what state that is. But seems like that this is where you want to be to have the least amount of chances in terms of being abducted. But if you want to be abducted, I guess go to NH.
Likely places to be abducted and the least likely. Can you see any factors here, any circumstances that would explain that?
Well, first, I think
1 in 143. Wow! Okay, so we got more. Damn! Okay, so 1 in 431. So the least. So far, this is the least likely. So if you don't want to be abducted, be here, I guess.
It's awesome that a Canadian sports betting, like a company was doing this. Like, what are your odds? And you could look at it as good odds or bad odds. Do you want to live there or don't you? Right. So that's kind of funny. But
a lot of people probably will. They're waiting for it.
And when your real estate, go up.
I just want to see them alien baddies, bro.
Up or down, depending on this. I don't know. But my undergrad was sociology. So as a sociologist, I'm looking at this and I'm like, is there reporting biasness here? Is there a cultural aspect to why more people might report they're being abducted or not? The patterns we do see, though, from all these reports is we're seeing a higher concentration near the coastal areas and large bodies of water. So I can see that kind of with Florida, New Hampshire. We have historic sightings there, the Great Lakes region.
Okay, so that's New Hampshire, okay.
You go up into Oregon, keep Portland weird. They've always had
Idaho.
stuff going on there. But it's hard to say if we have any solid, takeaways from this quite yet, but it definitely highlights these are areas that we need to study.
I'm so naive. I was like, New Mexico, desert, open area. Why wouldn't that be the place?
Yeah.
Well, Roswell, right? You're looking at places like that, and you're like, that's your best chance of being abducted. But then we have to define, well, what is abduction? They didn't study the veracity of the claim, just that people reported it. So are people more likely or open?
So New Mexico, I'm assuming that's NM. I believe that's what it stands for. So that's the least likely. So yeah.
Veracity of the claim, just that people reported it. So are people more likely or open to this subject in these certain states?
If this was a test, I would have failed it. I would have failed it 100%. So I'm glad I didn't take it.
I would assume like Nevada, to be honest, right? Nevada to be like the most likely.
And thanks
because of Area 51, because that's where Bob Lazar worked, and they said that the aliens were coming down and all that. But actually, get to this one. Shout out to Skywatch TV. Check this out. Roll it.
In the footage recorded in Huentitan El Alto, Mexico, a saucer-shaped object can be seen hovering in the sky. The object appears to be slowly rotating while flashing lights in different colors and patterns. Unfortunately, no real witness account ever surfaced, and the video description only says it was recorded on an Android phone.
Right.
What's interesting is that this video never really got any attention. It only has around 2,000 views, and there doesn't seem to be any real discussion or analysis about it online. It's also worth mentioning that the channel that uploaded it doesn't focus on UFOs, as most of their videos...
Yeah, it always is something, right? When you find out like a random UFO upload on a channel that is nothing about UFOs. And especially, it's like a decade plus old video. So yeah, no AI. That's actually a good thing. So yeah, and the quality is obviously... Damn, man, it always is like that, right? The worse the quality is, it seems like that it just becomes more believable because everything that's HD now, you're like, no, it probably is AI. Probably is AI. We came from the time, or we went from, can we get some high quality videos, to now, hey man, if it's high quality, probably AI, so.
Videos are about action figures. This suggests there wasn't much reason to fake something like this just for views. The only mundane explanation that makes some sense is that the UFO could be a drone, since it remains in one place while spinning. However, that explanation has some flaws. The object appears far larger and taller than most drones, not to mention that back in 2013, drones weren't nearly as common as they are today.
True.
With so little information and no follow-up from the person who recorded it, this sighting remains unexplained.
Yeah, why would they be flashing though, the way that UFO or drone was? I mean, yeah, it definitely can be a drone, But yeah, if it's a UFO, why are they flashing? Quickly though, I gotta take a second to shout out the homie Smitty yo, for becoming a brand new member on the channel. The homie Millard, Ego, powwow in my pants. Big pose on that one, homie. Big pose on that. Timothy, Free. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do by becoming members. And also shout out to Jose, Teresa, and Jean-Le-François for the super thanks. Thank you guys so much for your tremendous support on the channel. Alright, 10-10 over and out. Let's get back to the content here. Boo-boo, check this.
This next UFO sighting is just as obscure as the previous one. It was supposedly recorded on February 3rd, 2012.
I'll show you this.
But the exact location remains unknown. Based on the channel name, some speculate it may have taken place somewhere in South America, though this has never been confirmed. There is also no known witness report, and no description was ever added to the original video.
Those look like demon eyes, though. I mean, that's the UFO, that's the street light, but what about those red lights?
However, despite the lack of details, there are actually two separate videos of the same object, recorded by two individuals who don't appear to be connected in any way. In the first video, a group of lights can be seen in the sky, slowly turning on and off as the object remains in one spot. The second video offers a clearer view, showing at least 5 lights arranged around the craft. The video title claims the UFO was boomerang-shaped, but based on the light pattern, it almost appears more like a saucer. Still,
kind of feels like a V-shaped UFO when you think about it, right? This line, and then there would be this line. I believe those red lights, that looks like demon lights, they're probably just the street lights or something like that, but...
the true shape can't be seen clearly as it blends into the dark sky.
Yeah.
From the footage, some estimate the object could have been around 50 feet wide. The most plausible explanation...
Mom! Get the damn camera, Mom! We got a 50-feet UFO!
...suggested was planes, but that doesn't seem to fully fit, as the lights appear far too low in the sky. Beyond that, the case never gained much attention. The original upload only received around 3,000 views, and there was no serious discussion or investigation into it. With 2 separate videos, no clear source, and no solid explanation, this UFO sighting remains unexplained.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of the believable one, right? One of the most believable sighting. I would say better than the first one. No, truthfully.
Out of all UFO sightings from today's video, this one is definitely the one with the least information. But given how...
that boy fast, though. So if the plane is about to land, because it's hard to say, then probably like 250 knots, right, give or take, that might be the speed. But if it's like flying like high, almost like 1,000 km/h speed, and that boy, that UFO just went fast.
Strange and interesting it is, I had to cover it. All that's known is that it took place on February 8, 2013, but there's no confirmed location or witness statement, just the footage itself. The video is very short and was recorded from inside a plane, clearly showing the left wing of the aircraft and clouds in the background. Everything looks normal at first, but just a few seconds in, a white tic-tac shaped object suddenly streaks across the sky.
That gotta be like faster than double the speed. So it looks like that the plane is like, yeah, it's cruising. It's rolling, it's cruising, right? So not necessarily landing or anything like that. Yeah, the flaps are... nah, it's hard to say though. Any pilots watching? I mean, it feels like that the flaps are not out, so I don't think the plane is landing or anything. But now that UFO is definitely fast.
Really stands out is the speed. Even though the object is flying in the same direction as the plane, it only stays on screen for less than a second. Based on how fast it crosses the frame, it appears to be moving at least 3 times faster than the plane itself. For that same reason, common explanations like birds, balloons, or drones don't really make sense, since
I mean, if it's a bird, bro. Yeah, no, it's not a bird, man.
None of those could...
yeah, drones, bird, nah, none of that. Or maybe like a super secret drone made by US military, but they wouldn't be flying alongside a commercial airliner. Or would they?
Move that fast, especially at that altitude. The only realistic explanation would be that the video was edited or faked. However, the footage shows no signs of tampering.
Yeah.
With no extra details, no witness info, in such a short clip, it's impossible to know for sure what this object was.
Yep.
Still, the speed and shape match many other Tic-Tac UFO reports over the years. Even though there's a chance this could be a real UFO, the lack of information means we may never be able to fully confirm it. For now, this sighting remains
I guess the most interesting UFO videos are the ones that are like, let's just say almost like couple of years old, decade old, lower quality like this, that are unexplainable, like how fast is it going, almost three times the speed of that airliner. Plus you get no information, plus knowing that AI didn't, or maybe it did exist, I guess, by the military, or the military was using it, or, you know, they were working on it, but now AI is everywhere, right? So yeah, that also does add a lot of credibility. The only way you can be like, whatever, right? The only way you could say that is, I mean, the only argument, or the counter argument is it can be CGI'd or faked with something like After Effects, which is possible though.
Mystery.
But it does blend in pretty well with it.
The exact date of this sighting is unknown, but the earliest upload found online goes back to June 10th, 2014. It happened in Northampton and was recorded by a local named Katie Reel.
Yep.
Katie said she was looking out of her window when she suddenly noticed a large ball of fire in the sky.
Now, if that is actually real though, yeah, there's gotta be like tons of other people recording this, unless that was something like, I don't know, like a show happening there.
It caught her attention right away because it
Or dragons are real!
was moving very fast. Without thinking twice, she grabbed her computer and started recording it with her webcam.
No!
After
Mom, get the computer right now! Get the laptop!
seeing what she captured, she went straight to her mother and showed her the video.
Yep, get the camera,
At first,
Mama.
Katie thought it might have been a shooting star, but as they watched the footage more closely, it became clear that whatever it was didn't move like a normal meteor. Even though the footage isn't very clear since it was recorded with a webcam, a bright object resembling a fireball can be seen in the distance.
Yeah, shout out to Katie, like times 2, times 3, times 4, because, yeah, who does that? She dedicated. She, yeah, couldn't grab the camera. Mama never pulled up with the camera, so she like, yeah, let me take my webcam from the, what, like 2014 era, so the webcams weren't that good. Even nowadays, they aren't that good, but they are catching up, let's say. Let's be real here. But 2014 webcams, damn, so she said, ain't no way, it's not happening on my watch, I'm not losing a UFO recording. Yeah, let me pull up that webcam and record that sucker doing that 360 or what the hell, whatever the hell they're doing, right? So,
however, instead of flying in a straight line like meteors usually do, this object moves in strange ways, going up and down and making sharp turns, almost like it's changing direction on purpose. Katie's mother was just as shocked as she was. Her first thought was that it could be a plane on fire. But that idea quickly fell apart when she contacted the authorities and was told there were no reports of any plane crashes or emergencies in the area that night. Some people later suggested it could have been flares, but that theory doesn't make much sense, as flares don't move upward or change direction that
yeah, they go down because gravity
quickly. With the plane theory ruled out and no normal explanation matching the object's movement, no one has ever been able to figure out what caused this strange event in the sky. To this day, the Northampton fireball sighting remains completely unexplained. But before we move to the
definitely a good one, definitely a good sighting, and shout out to Skywatch, definitely like and subscribe. You don't have to like here or subscribe here because yeah, it don't matter, but definitely shout out to the homie Skywatch. Yo, the next clip that I want to show you, there was like a gray alien looking twat, alright? So wait for that, but we have one more UFO video here, so before we move
and it really
yeah, let me tease you with that real quick.
Supports the channel. This next sighting goes back to September 9th, 2012, and took place in San Angel, an area of Mexico City. According to the short description left by the uploader, the video was recorded by his son. He explains that the object had a circular shape and that it seemed to have a series of spikes around it. In the video, which lasts about a minute, a saucer-shaped object is seen from
below. We got like porcupine mother truckers out there, huh? Porcupine aliens, though.
Oh, in broad daylight. Although the image quality isn't great, the object's shape is still clear enough to rule out planes or helicopters, and it remains visible long enough to rule out something like a bird or debris. What makes this case more interesting are the similarities between this object and another UFO recorded in Guadalajara, Mexico in 2024.
Yeah, that's definitely more clear.
This time the footage was much clearer, but the shape of the craft looks almost identical.
It's like a upside down umbrella, right? When you really look at it, that feels like, yeah, upside down umbrella.
Even stranger is the fact that both sightings happened in Mexico more than a decade apart, raising
maybe they were there to get some taco homes?
Questions about whether it could be the same type of object. One possible explanation is that it may have been some kind of toy or model. However, there's no way to tell how high the object was in the sky, which makes that idea hard to confirm. On top of that, the video never got much attention, sitting at under 200 views, so it was never properly analyzed or discussed by a larger audience.
Yeah, it really is up to the algorithm, right? And also if the video is intriguing or not, if the packaging, rather, of the video is intriguing or not, that plus the algorithm, yeah. This might actually be a legit footage. Might be, right? I mean, it looks legit. It definitely is a lot more believable than, let's just say, the first video that I showed you guys here, right? Like, yeah, I want to believe this, man. This is insane. You know, aliens invade a village in Brazil. Okay, UFOs, them alien baddies, them alien twats, they coming to get you. Hide your kids, hide your wives. But let's actually get down to this one. Shout out to Mystery Man. Roll it.
Reddit user Gypsy Road HGHWY was riding their horse along a quiet forest trail when something unusual grabbed the rider's attention.
Love it.
In the distance between the trees, the rider caught this on camera.
Hold it steady.
A strange figure can be seen hiding behind the trees. The rider's horse.
Let me actually. My bad if the webcam was there. Or camera. Oh crap. So yeah, if you pay attention here.
A strange figure can be seen hiding behind the trees.
Yeah, that don't look human, man. That really, right? I might be. Is it like far-fetched to believe that this could be like a humanoid? He looks like a humanoid creature, I mean, but far-fetched to think that this is like an alien twat, like an alien bozo, walking out in the woods. Yeah, I don't know about that one. What are your thoughts?
The rider's horse obviously sensed something was off.
Yeah.
This TikToker was recording a late-night walk through the forest with a friend when he unknowingly captured something eerie on camera. At first, everything seemed normal, but upon reviewing the footage later, he noticed a pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the darkness. Though he had felt like something was following them, he dismissed it at the time. Could the red eyes belong to a common woodland creature, or something more sinister, lurking in the shadows?
Yeah, tonight's the night.
A group of bikers had just run out of gas and pulled over to refuel when they captured something truly unsettling on camera. Standing motionless nearby was a figure, so still
that looks like
it was unclear whether it was a person or a statue.
Yeah, that looks like a statue, like a cardboard. Like, it doesn't look real.
The clothes of the figure fluttered gently in the wind, ruling out the possibility of it being a ghost. Who, or what, was this mysterious figure? And why was it standing in such a remote location? Reddit user Dorian1389 recently posted an intriguing image, claiming to have captured a ghostly figure. The mysterious shape appeared dark and cloaked, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the photo. While some skeptics argued it was merely a trick of the light, Dorian1389 shared,
I think I need LASIK or something, I don't see it.
That her grandfather had passed away.
Did you guys see it?
Just a week before the photo was taken. Could this image truly be a ghost, or is there another explanation for what she captured?
Oh, okay, so that outline you mean? So that would be the face, the shoulders. You see this outline? Okay, is that what you mean? Because here I don't see no face.
That day.
Perhaps.
Dan Bell, known for exploring some of the most unsettling locations across the US, decided to visit Leakin Park in Baltimore, Maryland, which has a dark history.
Oh no.
Since the 1940s, at least 71
UFO or just a streetlight?
Bodies have been discovered there. Since the 1940s, at least 71 bodies have been discovered there. Dan, who had previously visited Leakin Park, returned after the grim discovery of Sean Kamal Kanya's body in a well.
Ah, it's a foggy night. Yeah, that foggy night made that street light look a little discombobulated, like a little different, and that got me discombobulated.
Most likely when they threw the
victim in there.
When they threw him in there,
whatever came off of him during the impact.
Yeah, he hit the wall on the way down, and that's.
Dang.
Oh my god.
That's loud.
In his recent documentary, Dan and a friend encounter a series of unnerving events. They stumble upon the well where the body was found. Their investigation is further disturbed when they notice a figure lurking from a distance.
There's something back here on the trail, and I don't know if it's an animal or a person.
Their search takes an even more chilling turn when they find a bag in the woods containing something deeply unsettling.
Uh-oh, love it when it's deeply unsettling.
Oh, God.
Gotta make sure, right? Oh, crap. Yeah. I don't know, it felt like an eye to me. Looking at it. Looking at you.
Oh, my God, this is too creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I'm just imagining the worst.
Oh, it's an animal. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a dog. Oh my God.
Oh dang. That's a face? Jaw, neck.
Oh, the smell. You can see. It's got a dog collar. Right there.
Oh, poor dog, man.
This camper was hiking in a forest when he spotted something
hiding humanoid. Uh-oh.
Truly terrifying in the bushes.
The bushes again, huh? We meet again. Big pose. Here? Whoa. Is that...
The creature looks humanoid with an all...
I mean, it's very hard to see, Mr. Smarty Pants, but...
all-white body and no hair. It appears...
I mean, bro, I don't even know, man. I didn't even think about no hair. It's just so hard to see, but... yeah, so the head's so shiny that we're able to spot on this lowest quality video, dang.
Tall, as it easily peeks over the high bushes.
The bushes.
After carefully watching the camper for a while, the creature finally reveals itself fully.
Okay, in this one, yeah, that movement makes it very...
The camper decides to quickly run off.
Damn it, homie. You imagine that was actually like one of the alien, right? Like one of the alien species. But no face. Or perhaps there was a face and the eyes, but because the quality is so bad you couldn't see, right? Could be that, but... yeah, no, I wonder, like, how many species are there? They say 4 of them, and this is something that they said during a UAP Congress meeting a couple of months ago, that the Greys are here, the insectoids, mantis, aliens, right? They are here as well. Reptilians are real. Okay, that has been a conspiracy in itself, right, for the longest amount of time. And the other one, tall whites. Was it the tall whites? I believe Nordics and tall whites are very similar, but 2 different species. So that's just like one representative saying that during a UAP hearing, right? Other than that, over the years, we've learned, some say 80, some whistleblowers have said 80, some military personnel also... you know, they have dropped like crazy numbers like that, but we have heard, maybe you have heard more than 80, but 80 is something that I have heard a lot about from whistleblowers, not my opinion, but, and it doesn't mean that it's legit, it just means that that's what the whistleblowers are saying. Yeah, no, I wonder, like, how many are there, perhaps, and if this is true, let's just say hypothetically, right, like, if this is true, that there are 80 different alien species that we know of, how many are there that we don't know of? You know what I mean? Because the universe is vast, it's humongous, and it might be forever growing because it might be living and breathing, right? Because there's this thing called observable universe, and it's just so big. We just cannot fathom the observable universe. We don't even know what's outside of the observable universe because, you know, the universe doesn't end. We just are not able to see beyond a certain point. And that beyond a certain point is just so far away that we can never get there. Yeah, maybe like millions of years from now, if the planet is around and we have crazy-ass tech, maybe we'll be able to see beyond that and maybe we'll be able to get there. But for now, bro, it's the wraps.
Trail camera was set up in a remote forest to capture wildlife.
Thank you for subscribing, JD. Welcome on in, brother.
While it did capture a beautiful deer, the camera also picked up something terrifying. A shadowy figure that suddenly appears and then disappears. The most intriguing part is how the deer reacts to it, proving there was actually something there. A man was walking through the woods and filming as he went. He didn't know it at the time, but what he caught on camera was downright terrifying. When reviewing the footage at home, he noticed a creature crossing from one side of the forest to the other, right behind him. The creature was walking on 2 legs and covered in fur from head to toe.
Uh-oh.
It seems the creature appeared on camera by accident.
Right. Maybe.
Sarah, a popular YouTuber known
Maybe because it knew the guy was recording, so he was like camera shy, and he was like, okay, let me not pull up. But that's crazy. What are the odds, though? Yeah, this seems believable. How tall is he? Hard to say, but seems equally tall as the guy. Probably more, let's be objective here. But how tall, it's just very hard to tell from this video, but definitely something. Yeah, perhaps a bear walking on 2 legs, doubt it. Although bears can, but is this one of those videos? And it feels like that. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe he got kicked out by his wife or something. Maybe he got beaten up by his wife. I don't know. Hard to say.
By accident.
Hard to say if he was beaten up by his
Sarah,
wife.
a popular YouTuber known for her channel Sarah Dungo, had parked her van near a peaceful park after a long day of exploring. Everything seemed fine until this happened.
Until it didn't. Somebody... Honey, I'm home!
Out of nowhere, she heard 2 loud knocks on her van. The knocks came again, even louder. Fearful, Sarah looked outside and saw a man peering through the front window of her van.
Dang.
No, her. Please leave me be.
Yeah, I mean, guy looking kind of discombobulated, so... Him turn the lights on? Did you say? Turn the light on so I can see. What do you want to see?
Fuck your camera, man. You're not
Creepy for sure. Yeah, it looks like he's drunk. Okay, creepy. 100% creepy. Yeah.
He said he was searching for a girl and demanded to check inside her van.
Right.
Without wasting any time.
Yeah, creepy for sure, and it's good on her to leave the place, but perhaps he didn't have bad intentions, but I guess the way he's going on about it, yeah, I guess knocking on somebody's van late at night like that would definitely, yeah, even if you're like somebody that got no ill intentions, people just gonna assume the worst, because, you know, that's the survival mechanism that we have in our brains, so yeah, perhaps he had no ill intentions, but...
She quickly drove away. Now, quickly subscribe without wasting any time. Reddit user friendly_produce964 shared this photo of his son and nephew playing near the woods.
Something or someone following my son and nephews out of the woods.
Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until they reviewed the photos later and spotted this.
Or something else.
A strange black figure can be seen in the background. Only its legs visible.
These are the legs. Whoa! Thin ass, large ass legs. Damn, somebody like 7 feet or something.
It appears to follow the children. Other users are left guessing about who or what the shadowy figure could be.
Yeah, definitely a crazy one, but shout out to the Bizarre Bub. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute. I love these videos as well. If you guys want, we can definitely start like a dedicated series. In fact, we've done like dedicated paranormal videos as well. But yeah, so I'm not sure if you guys would be down for it or not, but here we go. Let me know if you guys are down for some dedicated paranormal videos as well, along with everything that we do on the channel. You know, conspiracies, UFOs, news, memes, this, that, the other. Just trying to have like a bunch of different series so the content is not like, you know, stale. I don't want like just one thing only, you know, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know. But roll it!
In the following video, 2 sisters are alone at home, hiding inside a room when their house alarm starts to go off.
I'm recording.
The policia is here, or coming in, I guess.
As it seems, someone had entered their home. Their security camera shows the front door open, suggesting that someone did in fact break inside.
Damn, that looks like the mind flare from just the shape. I know it's not, but you know, at first glance, it gives you like those Stranger Things vibes.
But what's strange about this is that when they replay the moment the door opens, no one is seen. It just seemingly opens up all on its own. Now at this moment, the two sisters didn't see how the door opened up. They just saw that the door was wide open, and it doesn't help that they just heard a police siren outside their house.
Yeah.
But as if the situation couldn't escalate anymore, this happens.
Uh-oh, yeah, it's time to run! Exits through a window. Ain't no way. That's gotta be crazy. Like, somebody that paranoid to jump through a window? Okay, how, like, tall? Or maybe it's just, like, ground level, so... Yeah, they're having a hard time. Yeah, press X, guys. Bedroom door opens. If something moves... Uh-oh. Security cam POV. Oh man. The reflection gives me the reflection gives me the creeper jeepers. Ooh. The camera moved. Okay, because of that. Okay, nothing bad here. Nothing wrong. Yet. I mean, it's supposed to do that, right? It is supposed to do. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Hey! Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crap. Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm getting crazy chills. Holy. Oh, my eyes start to water there. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, it's detecting movements. Oh, please. Oh, please. Ay! Yo, tranquilo, man. Ay! Oh my god, the camera is going gangbusters right now. Oh my god. Now on the roof? Oh crap. Ah, no. I ain't looking, bro. I ain't looking, man. Damn, bro. This gotta be one of the craziest video. Holy crap. Okay, going up again on the roof as though it's detecting. Oh snap. Alright, we get it. What's the deal? What's the deal, yo? Yeah, I ain't afraid. Clear. Okay, man. We're gonna see it again? Reflection, perhaps, again? Holy smokers. Holy smokers. As though whatever it is, it's like running around. And the camera is just like following. Sheesh. I put my guard down, bro. That's not good. Yeah, I got lazy and I put my bulb of war down. Okay, now I can.
As it seems, another presence had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting.
Oof.
Both sisters.
No, this gotta be crazy video. Those of you that have had, you know, if you had your fair share of paranormal experiences, put it in the comments. This seems like to me that it's showing up in the reflection, but not necessarily in reality, right? But it's showing up. This looks, yeah, so it looks like microwave here or whatever. So you're seeing the reflection of it, and the camera is able to, by the looks of it, follow whatever is moving. So the camera is able to detect it, but we cannot see it in the camera or in the video recording of the camera. And perhaps this is also not visible, you know, with the human eye, but it's visible through, I guess, like the reflection. Kind of odd Quite frankly, not an expert at it, but it's just like an observation that I'm making, and it's kind of insane when you actually think about it.
Seems another presence had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting. Both sisters initially thought a person had broken in, but upon watching the footage and seeing the...
And the insane part is that the camera was just moved on the other side, recording the reflection, so whatever that was moving on the other side was showing up here, so the camera just stayed there because the movement was... It was able to see the movement happen through the reflection. You know what I mean?
Small, shadowy figure dashing past the camera. They knew that this was something else.
Yeah.
Whatever this was doesn't appear to have any discernible features, and it doesn't help that it moves exceedingly fast before disappearing out of nowhere.
The fact that it just moved so quickly, yeah. But then like the motion capture camera didn't see that shape, and like when it was
Even the camera seems to have trouble identifying the figure. There's moments when it passes by and no visual tracker appears around it. But then strangely, at times, the green box appears in a dark room as though something was being detected.
Yeah.
Never before has the camera done this until tonight when the door opened by itself.
Dang.
Front door opening on its own. Yeah. That closed. We closed that door.
And I mean, this house is like brand new. Like it's not old or like anything.
Yeah.
Considering that all this activity was preceded by the door opening, they believe something paranormal had forced its way in, which makes you wonder about the video from early on. Could it be that something supernatural had opened the bedroom door at the beginning of this video? Or was it simply due to something else?
Yeah.
After watching the footage, it's hard to say what exactly occurred. Just what exactly was the camera picking up that night? As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, no, it's raps, bro. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in that that house. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah! Number 4.
On a Wednesday night, a team of paramedics
I don't like number 4s.
arrive at a house to assist a man with severe schizophrenia. According to the man, he couldn't leave his room because someone was standing at his door.
Oh,
They're not gonna let me go past it. They're not gonna let me go past it. Somebody's there.
We're right here.
I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not gonna let me go past it.
They wearing? What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue. But
Good,
someone's
good.
there and they're not gonna let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
I do wonder, right, like the paramedics and the doctors that stay with patients like these, especially during their last moments, because there's also this thing, right, like some people when during their last few moments they do see things, or yeah, people act strangely during those kind of times. There are so many cases like that. I wonder, what do they see? Is it even real, or is it all in their mind? But interesting nonetheless, if you ever heard.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that? You got it. Listen, there's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Thank you.
We're here for you.
A repetitive motion he uses to calm himself.
All right? Is that okay? That it?
Okay, we got a GoPro there as well. Hanging, chilling on the wall.
Is that it? Are you okay?
Should be okay, but...
While claiming to see someone standing at his door, a clock falls without warning. Now, the possibility of this being a coincidence isn't entirely ruled out, but when you consider the fact that the clock was securely mounted on the wall, well, things get very strange.
Yeah, that's
now,
not gonna
aside
help.
from the clock falling, there's something else in this video that was recorded, and it has to do with this doorway. 23-year-old Cass, the man undergoing psychosis, is a diagnosed schizophrenic who in a short video says this.
Schizophrenia, you probably are not crazy. We're not crazy. People that have schizophrenia are normal people. My most common hallucination is seeing a shadow figure in doorways, like in any door.
Yeah, I mean, if you say that, no disrespect though, obviously, but if you say that, like, a lot of people will believe that you're cuckoo, you're right, you're local, generally speaking.
Doorway. So think of any doorway in your house. My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal. So I open and close the door repeatedly, and that kind of like scrubs away the shadow figure.
Although he wasn't seeing a shadow figure this time, he was seeing a man. And this man just so happens to be the same thing that his girlfriend saw 2 years ago in their old home. Keep in mind that Cass's girlfriend doesn't have schizophrenia or any condition that causes her...
Was that supposed to be a ghost or like a real person? I mean, if it's a real person, good, but if that was supposed to not be a real person and they don't know who was that, then oh my god! Oh shit!
To see things that aren't there.
April 24th, 2024. Okay, so she saw something there. What? I saw something in the room. Yeah, time to pull the hood off, homie. I swear to God, I saw something. There's nothing in there. I swear it was a black thing. Like a figure,
Her
perhaps.
description of what she saw was eerily similar to Cass's depiction of the man. Now, because of this angle, we can't see what it is that she saw, but thankfully, there's another camera in this house that might have recorded evidence of the so-called man. Over on Cass's channel, you'll find many videos where he documents his schizophrenic episodes. Thanks to his GoPro, he can easily record moments of extreme psychosis by simply pressing a button.
What I do is, if the hallucination's like really strong, and I am not even like making sense out of reality, I use this.
Yeah, good on you, yeah.
Basically, I point it at the door.
Yeah, good to like record and also see after when you feel normal and you're like, was it just my hallucination or was I really like actually seeing things? Yo, that's actually crazy. And I don't know, like reviewing the footage after and seeing something in it, that would be creepy if you do find something. That would be kind of scary, right, when you think about it. And then you're like, shit, like nah, that was not my hallucination. That was happening for real.
The door frame or whatever I'm seeing, and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real. Helps me calm down.
Right.
I'm doing really bad right now.
He's experiencing psychosis.
However, there's one video on his channel that's completely different from the rest. While talking to an hallucination, he captures this.
You always say the same thing.
Oh, dang. So he's having that episode, but it's real?
No. Quit it.
So bro is having a full-fledged conversation.
Stop bringing that up.
What?
Stop saying that.
Saying what? Uh-oh.
You always wait till now to say that.
Uh-huh. The three magic words, or? Uh-oh. Yeah.
Alexa, light on.
Oh my god. Light on? Okay, lights on. And he must have seen that after, right? Now I do wonder the imaginary person he was speaking with, like, was he able to see it, like, in his head or with his eyes? I mean, obviously not being recorded on video. On video, we're just seeing the movements here, but you know what I mean, right? Like, but feels like he noticed that too. So now he seems like he's a little bit freaked out, but before he wasn't? I don't know. Proceeds to do visualization dismissal technique. Oh, so closing on and off. Okay. Feel calm. Alright. Yeah, imagine it moves again. Yeah, don't overdo it, homie, because you might still see it after the fact, and all of the reps you're putting in might be for nothing. Yeah, end it here, bro. Yeah. You see what I was saying, right? Yeah, he saw it. Uh-oh. Nah, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
Cass couldn't tell if what he was seeing was real, So naturally, he walks over to the other curtains to do his usual technique and tries to get rid of this so-called delusion. Apparently, he wasn't just seeing the curtain moving, but a figure standing behind it.
Thank God he didn't say delulu, because nowadays that's a new word, right? Instead of delusion, delulu. You going delulu?
He opens and closes the drape as an attempt to scrub away the figure, but while doing so, the curtain moves again.
Right.
This was strange considering that he was no longer seeing someone behind it, yet somehow, despite doing his usual technique, something was still happening. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, the whole drape begins to lift upwards. It appears to go up entirely before dropping to the ground.
Dang.
If seeing things in doorways didn't already freak him out, then surely this has. Now to this day, watching this video freaks him out. Seeing this scares him because what he thought was just an hallucination was actually real. This, as a result, makes it harder for him to trust his own perception. It's for this reason that he—
Yeah, no, that is actually crazy. Like, are you like for real hallucinating or actually seeing things? And I guess in this situation, he was not hallucinating, or perhaps like half hallucinating, but it was manifesting in reality. Perhaps he was maybe he hallucinates for real, but in this situation, maybe he thought he was hallucinating, but he was not. But see, if something like that happens, he records it and then he sees it, and so what are the odds of other episodes that he was having? Like, maybe it was real, maybe not. Yeah, it's just can of worms you don't want to get into, I guess, right? But did you see this video though? Yep, check out this video on the screen. We got tons of clips in this one, and yeah, if you're a UFO lover, you're gonna definitely love this one because we had tons of crazy ones. Check it out and I'll see you right there.